going to be the one to beat Robert because I can knock people out viciously. He's never been hit the way I'm going to hit him. So the first ever lightweight champ is here.
I don't think it's possible for Dakota to want this more solely because, you know, I've been building this division myself. You know, I feel like this is already my division. I don't feel like anyone wants that belt more than me.
I want the absolute best. That's how you create a legacy. You don't create a legacy by taking the easiest fights. I want the baddest next every single time.
Branden Bordeaux, again, I'm going to tell you this like I told you before. I'm one bull you're not going to butcher. I'm going to show everybody why I will be and still be champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on!
Friday nights in the fight capital of the world are always good, but they're even better when Power Slap is in the building. And that's exactly what we have tonight at the Fontainebleau Las Vegas. VeChain Power Slap 12 Quinones versus Bordeaux is presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. As per usual, a sellout crowd is expected for the first ever event set to air entirely on YouTube. Welcome inside for an action-packed card alongside the UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping. I'm Dan Hellie, and Michael, as you know, plenty of new up-and-comers on this card, but also a lot of established name brands who are looking to leave with that championship belt around their waist.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. By the way, a pleasure to be back at the Fontainebleau with you. As you say, we got some great matchups. We got a heavyweight contest between Wes Boomina taking on the Colossus Aaron Turner. Fan favorite Paige VanZant, she returns against Mikael-Michelle Brown. But let's be honest, it's all about those two main events, those two title fights at the top of the bill.
And the big one, the main event, is between the middleweights. Let's take a look at the middleweight striker rankings brought to you by Dios Azul Tequila. Embrace the spirit. It is the champion, Isaih Quinones, taking on Branden Bordeaux for the second time in 3 months. The Puerto Rican Pretty Boy and the Butcher squaring off for the middleweight title.
Isaih Quinones was just on fire in 2024. 4 power slap contests, 4 wins and 4 knockouts. One of those, he took the title of John the Machine Davis. And then last time out, he defends it against Branden Bordeaux. We see the highlights there. There was a little bit of controversy. Isaih gets dropped. Then he drops Bordeaux in the second round. Bordeaux rushes back to the feet on 3 seconds, but then when referee says walk towards me, he stumbles. He claims that his shoe caught the canvas and he stopped the fight too early, and that's why they got to run it back down.
And Bordeaux in the best shape of his life, looking absolutely shredded at the weigh-ins. He is ready. And for the first time ever, the lightweight title is on the line. #1 ranked Robert Trujillo, who has been here from the very beginning, has been waiting for this moment for 3 years. He's facing Dakota McGregor, and all this Canadian has done is knock out everybody he's faced.
Yeah, listen, Robert Trujillo's been around for a very long time. If you followed Power Slap, then you know the name. 6-1 in professional mixed martial arts and a lot of knockouts in Power Slap. So there's a very good reason why he's fighting for the strap. As you mentioned, taking on a newcomer, Dakota McGregor. He was on season 3. He had 2 tremendous, vicious knockouts, and that's what puts him in this position here. Dakota McGregor is fast, he's powerful, and he's very confident coming into this one tonight.
Here's a look at the rest of the main card. It is the heavyweights, Dorian Perez and Pono Pao getting us started. Paige VanZant going into her third power slap match, more focused than ever before, set to face Las Vegas local Mikael-Michelle Brown, and then, of course, our 2 title fights. The third member of our crew is Charlie Arnold, and she joins us now with more on that monster matchup between Mikael-Michelle Brown, who's local, going to have a ton of people here in the crowd, against the former UFC star, Paige VanZant.
Dan, thank you so much. Yeah, get ready to see a different Paige VanZant tonight. For one, she dropped down to 125, and despite having to diet down, says she feels much more athletic at this weight. Not to mention, she kept coming in a few pounds light at bantamweight and said she felt like that put her at a slight competitive disadvantage. Secondly, Paige will be slapping with her right hand rather than her left. Keep in mind, her dominant hand is her right hand. The reason she wasn't using it in the past, she had a previous injury. She was trying to play it safe. She says now that is all good, and the difference in power is palpable. Third, her motivation levels are higher than ever. For one, she is training for an MMA fight coming up in May, so there are no days off at this point in time. Also, her husband, Austin Vanderford, just made his UFC debut a couple of weeks ago in Seattle, getting that brilliant second-round knockout. So now Paige said it's on her to keep that energy going, to keep that momentum going as well. So, all this being said, should she be concerned about her opponent, Mikael-Michelle Brown? Mikael-Michelle Brown has said that she wakes up every morning visualizing a knockout over VanZant, says she is not nervous at all. So Paige in response says, not at all. I know what I've accomplished up to this point in my combat career. My power, strength, and experience will take me through this one as well. Not to mention, in her words, guys, no one is making a name off of me. So Dan, I am super excited to see this throwdown in the women's division. Clearly, we have 2 competitors who are hungrier than ever. Back to you.
It's going to be a good one. There is no doubt about it. 4 fights on the prelims. Wesley Drain taking on Keali'i Kanakaua. Heavyweights Wes Mena and Aaron Turner going at it. Anthony DeFrank against Slap Shady Riley Montoya. And former champ KO Chris is back and ready to make some noise against Christopher Debo. Let's go over the rules of power slap. For the striker, they must use a flat open hand to the cheek, or a clubbing foul will be assessed. Feet must be grounded, no pivoting or stepping. There has been a slight adjustment recently allowing for a minor heel lift. You must declare a hand and a number prior to the strike. For the defender, no chin tucking or flinching. Flinching is massive. It's potentially a point deduction, and the striker goes again. The defender does receive 60 seconds to recover after each strike. 2 fouls get you DQ'd in a 3-round match, 3 fouls in a 5-round match, and you're out. The defender does get 2 minutes to recover after they've been fouled. Power slap is using instant replay, and if there isn't a finish, we go to the judges' scorecards. Now, if a match ends in a draw, there will be 1 more round. The match will be scored solely on the additional sudden victory round. The winner of the extra round is the winner of the match. If that round ends in a tie, then the match goes in the books as a draw.
Choose your side.
Download Power Slap Mobile now.
Here are the stats through 241 power slap matches. The winners of the coin toss have gone on to win just under 52% of the time, but a new rule implemented recently: if you miss weight or DQ in your previous match, you now automatically forfeit the coin toss. All set to kick things off tonight. 2 athletes who march to the beat of their own drummer. It's Oklahoma's Wesley All the Smoke Drain, who has gone the distance in a title fight, and he's coming into the night having won 3 of his last 4. The well-traveled and spiritual Keali'i Kanakaua feels like he's found his stride after scoring a 3rd-round knockout in his last fight, and he intends to keep that mojo going here at the Fontainebleau tonight. And And with that, the Power Slap table goes to work for the first time tonight. These Power Slap odds are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. The more experienced Wesley Drain, the -140 favorite. Hawaii's Ke'Ili Kanakoa has made his way around the combat sports world, but with 2 wins on the Power Slap stage, the Chief may have found a home. Tonight, he battles Oklahoma's Wesley Drain. Top 10 middleweight contenders looking to get in the 185-pound title conversation. Wesley Drain and Ke'Ili Kanakoa both have a lot on the line when they face off tonight, and they will slap accordingly once they reach the stage. Aiming for a rematch with champion Isaih Quinones, Drain believes a win here puts him in line for a shot at the belt that he says will be his by the end of the year. But to get that win, he has to hold off the surging Kanakoa, who is fresh off a 3rd-round knockout of Branden Rhodes that landed him in the number 6 spot in the divisional rankings. Coming up next, Wesley, all the smoke Drain, meets Ke'Ili, the Chief, Kanakoa. The Chief, Ke'Ili Kanakoa, both of his wins by knockout, including his most recent match at Power Slap 11 that ended with a 3rd-round knockout of Branden Rhodes, the native of Hawaii, always on the move. He's lived in multiple cities over the last few years in California, Texas, and Oklahoma, and big plans to move to Dubai this summer.
Yeah, that's right. That's why last time out, getting that big win in Saudi Arabia over Branden Rhodes, that's why it was perfect for him, because in his mind, it just parlays into what he's going to do. He does a lot of security, as you mentioned. He's lived all over the world. He's had a lot of success, though, in Power Slap. Last time out, got a good knockout. He's 3-1 overall. A lot of combat sports background. He's done wrestling, MMA, boxing, a little bit of bare knuckle. He's very confident coming into this one because he said, Hawaiians, we hit hard. I don't have a glass jaw, and a lot of these people competing on here, he feels he's got what it takes to knock them out cold.
Yeah, he says he has a lot of respect for Wesley Drain, who's been around for a long time, but he also predicted one and done. Wesley, all the smoke Drain, 32 years old, from Stillwell, Oklahoma. There are not many on the Power Slap roster who have competed as much as Wesley Drain. 10 matches, coming in with a 5-5 record. He has a win over former champ Emmanuel Muniz. He went the distance with John Davis in a middleweight title fight, and he's back for the first time in 8 months, which is the longest layoff of his Power Slap career.
Yeah, and that's why he refers to himself as kind of the GOAT, Charlie.
Yeah, exactly. And I think what he's done has been impressive. You can expect to see a new and improved version of him. He says he calls it his 2.0. Now, also, Drain has been telling us ever since he stepped into the Power Slap promotion, the whole reason he really joined this was to build a platform so he could make a difference. And it's really cool, guys, to see him still on that same path. He was telling me he's been busy trying to construct an outreach program for the 15 counties in and surrounding his hometown of Stillwell, Oklahoma. He wants less fortunate children to have access to self-defense training, also mentorship. Basically, what he's trying to do is how to prevent children from being bullied, and on the flip side, teaching bullies not to be bullies. Where do you fall within those two categories, Bisping?
Well, listen, I just think that's beautiful, first of all. And Wesley Drain, we've really seen him mature since his time here on Power Slap. I think this is his 10th or 11th event. When we first met him, he was kind of a little bit, he was all over the place. But these days, much more dialed in and focused.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for our first match of the evening. Ke'Ili Kanakoa and Wesley Drain. Kanakoa 2 inches taller, 2 years older, and a much bigger hand than the favorite, Wesley Drain. We send it to our Power Slap announcer, Justin Bernard, to get this party started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on! Welcome to VeChain Power Slap 12, Quinones versus Bordeaux 2, presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. And for the very first time, live and free across the globe on YouTube. This match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap middleweight division and presented by Power Slap Mobile. Download today on the App Store and Google Play. Introducing to you first in the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 184 pounds. Out of Pahoa, Hawaii, he is a number 6 ranked middleweight contender in the world. Kelly, the Chief Kaneko. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 183 pounds. Out of Stillwell, Oklahoma, he is a number 4 ranked middleweight contender in the world. Wesley, all the smoke train. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Kerry Hatley. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Keali'i Kanekoa.
Little fun fact for you, only 13.7% of our matches in Power Slap have ended by knockout on the first slap. We'll see if Kanekoa can up that number tonight.
Fun fact, these two have just been going at each other the entire time. Talking trash, promising to knock each other out. Kanekoa says, this is my house.
Right hand on one.
On one with no shoes for Kanekoa.
But he did it last time.
He did, the barefoot assassin.
And he won via knockout. On one, wasn't good enough.
Train.
Look at that.
Lets him hear it just a little bit.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't the best slap. Wesley Drain's been in there with some of the best. Let's take a look at it. Swings all the way through, on target, decent little slap. But Wesley Drain has seen and felt much worse than that.
Talk about the experience. 10 matches. This is his 11th Power Slap match. Not many guys on the roster. Maybe 1, maybe 2 with more matches than Wesley Drain. These are also 2 of the more unique personalities, I think, that we have in Power Slap. Definitely free spirits. Both of these guys really spiritual.
Okay, right hand on 3. Right hand on 3.
They're kind of crazy, if you ask me.
Okay, I say spiritual, you say crazy. Either or.
1.
Look at Kanekoa's face.
Knocked the cotton right out of that eardrum. Okay. I think we have a match here, Bisping.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Both of these guys really experienced. Both guys with an okay slap. Neither man was wobbled. I'd probably give round 1 to Wesley Drain. Had the bigger impact, the bigger reaction from the crowd.
Here we go, Red.
Not the earbud flying everywhere. Wesley Drain almost fell over because of the momentum.
Keali'i Kanekoa has earned both of his wins by knockout. As we take a look at your scorecard, you gave Drain the first round.
Measure, right on 1.
Okay, right hand on 1. Right hand on 1. You must measure. There's your measure.
Right hand on 1. I never liked this.
Oh, that's it! Oh, the Chief lands a home run!
Oh, shut up, Bisping. Put him to sleep. He's trying to get up, but that is it. It's done. Dig that man a grave.
Keali'i Kanekoa dropping the hammer on Wesley Drain.
They love this. Yeah, I was just saying, I don't like it when they go on 1. But Kanekoa, he's got great knockout power. And he knows what he's doing. And once again, with no shoes on.
You don't like the shoes, you don't like going on 1, but it paid dividends tonight. Our Monster Knockout brought to you by Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast, and that's what Kanekoa did.
I like this, though. Poor old Wesley Drain.
Night, night.
Good night indeed. That was it. Beautiful slap, perfect placement, didn't move the feet one tiny little bit, and look at the control of his body as well. He's just in complete control of all his faculties,
That was
in control of the consciousness of Wesley Drain as well. Turned him off like a light.
That was absolutely beautiful from Kanakoa. A perfect slap and a perfect way to start our night here at the Fontainebleau Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was. Ha! Daniel's getting out of his seat.
That'll bring you out of your seat, man. Get a knockout like that to start things off.
I tell you what, the energy in here, the atmosphere, it's unbelievable. Absolutely packed house. Everyone's dressed up to the nines.
It was still filling up at the beginning of this, and I'm looking around now, and we are almost totally full. I can't tell you it's a sellout. As we send it to Justin Bernard to make this official in our first match of the evening.
I love you. Daddy loves you.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hatley calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, Kali'i, the Chief Kanakoa.
Kali'i Kanakoa improving to 3-2 in his young power slap career. Great show of sportsmanship as he hugs it out with Wesley Drain, who's all smiles after going to sleep for just a minute. What a way to get things going here tonight. A couple of former college football players ready to get down. Atlanta's Wes Mena has come out of the gates with a quickness, going 3-0 with a pair of knockouts in his last 2 matches, and he's looking for more of the same against Aaron Turner tonight. Like Mena, Turner's day job is personal security. He travels around the West Coast protecting executives and celebrities. Also like Mena, he's looking to keep a perfect record intact. You know what that means, Bisping? 1-0 has got to go. Power Slap 12 rolling on from Las Vegas. If you're watching us on your YouTube channel of choice, keep it locked. We're staying here. If you're watching us on any other platform, get to the Power Slap YouTube channel right now. We are going to be there all night long.
We are bringing Nitro Circus back down under. It's gonna be one show.
In case you missed it, UFC CEO Dana White is on the cover of Forbes magazine this month to celebrate UFC, giving away a trip to Vegas to watch a fight at the Apex. Additionally, 10 other winners going to receive a Forbes magazine signed by Dana White, authenticated by PSA. To enter, scan the QR code or go to UFC.com/Forbes and watch the YouTube video and sign up. Good luck. It's number 6 against number 7 in the heavyweight rankings, with Mena and Turner coming up. Mena won the toss and will strike first, looking for his 3rd consecutive knockout. It was 12 months to remember for Wes Mena as he went 3-0 in his rookie year on Power Slap. Tonight, Mena aims for a repeat as he makes his second start of 2005 against Aaron Turner. Making a quick turnaround from his first-round TKO win over Devin Jenkins in January, Atlanta's Wes Mena is closing in on a top 5 ranking in the heavyweight division, thanks to a perfect 3-0 Power Slap record, as he heads into tonight's showdown with Aaron Turner. Fighting out of the Pacific Northwest, Portland's Turner made an immediate impact in his Power Slap debut in December with a second-round stoppage of Brian Ellis. And if the 28-year-old Colossus can make it 2 straight by beating the Boom, a new contender will be born here in Las Vegas. Coming up next, Wes the Boom Mena battles Aaron the Colossus Turner. He's a big man, 6'7", 260 plus. Aaron the Colossus Turner, a former college offensive lineman at Division II Western Oregon, now in the personal security business, ready to make his power slap debut in front of a crowd. Now, he's fought once, but this is his first time in front of a crowd, Charlie.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, you know, Las Vegas holds this very special place in his heart because conveniently his parents have lived here for the past decade. So Turner has actually, even before Power Slap, he's been coming here all the time. Specifically, you know, when he wasn't winning on the Power Slap stage, he was trying his luck on the blackjack and the roulette tables. In fact, Dan, the Colossus now says he's considering moving full-time to Vegas in the summer so he can train in slap and combat sports. Currently, he's out in Portland. He works security. He's also a bodyguard. And part of what makes him super interesting and a unique hire, he speaks American Sign Language fluently. Tonight, he is going to use his slap to spell out good night to Wes Mena.
Oh. Well, he's also 6'7" as well. He's a gigantic human being with a ridiculous wingspan, and he's played football his entire life. He's been a lifelong athlete. He wants to come into this heavyweight division, wreak havoc, be the wild card, take over, and he's got a real good chance of doing that tonight because Wes Mena is a pretty big name in this division now.
Bring his ass out right now. Bring that shit out. Bring that shit out.
Wes Mena called this bodyguard versus bodyguard. He also runs a successful personal protection agency in Atlanta that specializes in athletes and celebrities. And like Turner, he's a former Division II college football defensive tackle at Virginia Union. Took this fight on 5 days' notice. He was just in Mexico with some clients, but he says he always stays ready.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen, last time out, Saudi Arabia, he got the first slap, he knocked him out, so why wouldn't you take a quick turnaround? You do all that training, you get in shape, you increase your strength, and you don't even take a shot. So, of course, he wants to take over as well. He wants to be the Derek Lewis of this division, the knockout king. Now, he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He feels that they're trying to push Aaron Turner because, you know, he's 6'7". He feels that they're trying to, they want him to win is what he told me. I don't know about that. What I do know is that Wes Mena has got the perfect nickname, Wes Boom Mena. This guy has got massive knockout power.
You have to pull and try to find that motivation wherever you can get it. I don't know what makes him think that, but I'll tell you this, Wes Mena has come out like a rocket ship, 3-0 in his power slap career thus far. As we take a look now at the tail of the tape, the Colossus, Aaron Turner, and Wes Boom Mena. Mena older by 6 years, 6 inches taller is Aaron Turner. Hand size exactly the same, a slight reach advantage for Turner. This one's a pick'em. Take it away, Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Heavyweight Division and presented by Crypto.com, the official crypto exchange partner of Power Slap. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 263 pounds. Out of Portland, Oregon, he is a number 7 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, the Colossus, Aaron Turner. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 234 pounds. Out of Atlanta, Georgia, he is the number 6 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Wes Boom Mena. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jason Herzog. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Wes Mena.
Sign up to the Crypto.com app with the code POWER and make a single purchase of $50 or more.
You get him.
Put that behind the back.
So Mena coming in with slightly more experience, 3-0 to Aaron Turner's 1-0. And I did misspeak earlier. Turner actually was here at Fontainebleau, his last match in front of a crowd, so he feels right at home here.
Yeah, absolutely, and rightly so. Wes Mena, of course, quite a bit shorter. He's shorter, he's stocky, he's powerful. There's no straight. Oh, that's a bad shot. Turner definitely flinched. I think he moved his head.
He did. They're called flinching, which means that Mena's going to get a go again.
Yes.
He's looking at it, doesn't quite believe it, but I thought it was egregious.
He leans forward.
He went like this.
Yeah, I mean, that's clear as day. There's no question.
That's as bad of a flinch as you're going to see. Again, dangerous for the striker. You move your head like that. We saw it earlier with Mikael-Michelle. You can hurt your hand or break your hand.
There's not going to be a foul on this one, but if you do it again, there's going to be a point deduction.
And you could also
let's get you in here. All right,
hurt your own ear. Blow out your eardrum by leaning forward like that.
Good here. Get him set for me. When you're ready, get in the box.
But more importantly, you take another shot.
That's the worst. 2 for flinching.
It's just instincts, natural reactions.
On with a measure, right on one.
That's why you got to have nerves of steel, cold as ice to do this.
Take your time. Over night.
See the way he blew out his cheeks?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like we've been seeing more guys do that. The other thing I thought was interesting is Mena paused in the backswing.
I don't like that. I don't like the way that he paused. You want to go back and you want to have that kind of whip reaction. You want to use that momentum. It was a good shot. Not the best shot that Wes Mena's ever thrown. Aaron Turner took it well, didn't really bother him. It's not the kind of impact that we're used to seeing from Wes Mena. You see there, Turner eats it up all day.
2 of Mena's 3 wins have been by knockout.
15 seconds.
And now he is set to receive from Aaron Turner.
All right, go get in the box.
Let's get you in here. Is he set? Set up.
So Wes Mena with those, Aaron Turner, pardon me. Big boots on. We just saw Wesley Drain get knocked out and get somebody in Murphy, but Aaron Turner's got nice boots on. He's going to get a lot of traction. He's got long arms. He's going to wind all the way back. Look at that. That's how you do it.
Wow. Wingspan. Oh, he wants a flinch now.
Let's take a look here.
See what you did.
Was there a flinch?
A flinch? No.
The former super heavyweight champ, the crazy Hawaiian, talking him through this. No, there was no flinch.
He moved the body, but not really the head, right? Like, see how he moves the shoulders, but the head kind of stays still. You don't see that very often.
But it's ever so slightly. I had no problem with that. Mena's all fired up there.
He didn't raise the shoulders.
No.
I can see that Turner saw something, but I agree. I don't think that was a whole lot.
You ready?
Let's
so
see
pretty even in round 1.
I agree. I'd like to see your scorecard.
Other than, of course,
right? You're good.
2 shots on the side for Mena.
Right on one with a measure.
But no point deducted.
Correct. So it doesn't affect the scorecards. But accumulation factor, something to consider.
And the second round.
I don't like the way he stops. I think he's making a big mistake there. You do not do that. You want to go back and have that spring reaction.
It's like when you're hitting a baseball, you take the bat back,
of course,
forward, or a golf ball, same type of deal.
Yeah, imagine you swung it back, waited for a while, and then swung forward.
Right.
You're massively restricting the amount of power that you can generate.
The other thing that's really interesting is watch the way he cups his hand when he brings it back. It's like the Karate Kid when he does his crane kick. I'm telling you.
All right, you lost me now.
Listen, that wasn't nowhere near a flinch.
Set. Let's have you set. You good here? Chin up, sir. A little bit closer.
All right, here we go. Colossus looking to land a big one.
Chin up. Chin up. So because you're so closer,
Neither Mena nor Turner have been past the second round. Turner with a chance to end it here. Look how low he has to get.
Yeah, but look at it. The way he whips it back. Goes on 3. That's a good shot.
That's a great shot. Cotton flying out of both ears.
Mena was definitely wobbled. You could see him focusing to stay on his feet.
After, I'll call time. From him. You got him? Come on, stay there. I'm going to call time for that. I don't know where those... Are you hearing me? What's that?
We'll watch your back. We'll watch your back.
Boom. On boom.
That looked good to me.
I agree.
Hold on. I got you.
Jason Herzog is talking to them, though.
He's got a big hand. That's a big hand issue. Not in
Aaron Turner coming over here, talking to the booth a little bit, having some fun after that shot.
Yeah, so Jason Herzog was just saying, but he's got a big hand. I think they're claiming that it was a little bit high, off target. Regardless, I've got it 1 apiece going into round 3.
You're good right here.
But both rounds are pretty close. There's not a lot in it.
I feel like the second round not quite as close maybe as the first with that shot from Aaron Turner.
No, for sure. Mena was definitely just like a little wobbled.
No, I'm screaming at you guys. You know, I'm trying to make my opponent happy. Do your thing, brother.
And then he's getting looked at by the doctor, the crazy Hawaiian in the background.
You can see a nice bit of swelling on the side of the face now, the finger marks.
Take your time, lock in.
You know, for Wes Mena, he's used to just putting people to sleep. And now, you know, when you go up against somebody where you've met your match, where you can't knock them out, where they're giving as good as you get,
Chin's perfect. Stay right there, okay?
you start to worry. You start to think, what have I got myself into?
All right, watch how he cups his hand.
Yeah, watch how he stops halfway through throwing the shot, which is just insane. Now he's doing it. Oh, that was a club.
Oh, there's a flinch.
And he's hurt his hand.
I think he clubbed because of the flinch. It was a similar scenario earlier, one of our non-broadcast early prelims, where somebody hurt their hand because of a flinch. Here's another look.
Let's look. Oh yeah, that's why he clubbed. That's why, because he leaned forward. That's cost him a point in a close matchup.
And Mena's hand is really hurt, by the way.
No, it is.
Do one.
Hey guys, hold on.
So here comes the doctor to look at Mena's hand again.
I know.
Can you use your left?
You know, this is an interesting question. What if he says, no, I can't use my left? Does he win by DQ? Because if it's a foul and you can't go, you generally win by DQ.
I don't actually know the answer to that, but my initial response as a non-power slap official would be, suck it up, use your left hand.
We may try it on the last round.
Just a second.
Give it a second.
So they could potentially go to the judges' scorecards here if Mena decides that he can't continue. Or they could call it a DQ. It's up to Jason Herzog, the referee.
Guys, we're not.
I mean, my shit fucked up, bro.
Yeah, so Wes Mena's saying that his hand's really messed up. He should throw it with the left. Listen, that's what we sign up for. That's what we're here for. We have 2 hands. Yes. One is dominant.
I hear you, but if your right is your dominant hand and you don't feel like your left brings nearly the power and you hurt your hand because of a foul.
First, second, and then go.
Well done.
Oh, here we go.
Goes to the judges' scorecards.
That's true, too.
And he's behind, then he loses.
That's a great point. So your coach needs to kind of know where you stand.
A warrior's mentality. You always want to go out on your shield.
And that's
you
what he's
always
doing.
want to try. You want to
Flinch
cause,
master, yeah?
you
Flinch master.
deserve the win.
And it looks like he's going to go in there and swing with his left.
Right on left on 3.
Left on 3.
Left on 3.
Big point deduction for Turner on that second flinch.
The height of Turner really causes some problems as well. Just getting up there.
He needs a clean shot here. He wins the round.
Tiny bit of a flinch, but I'm not going to call it. It wasn't a flinch, but there was a little bit of it.
Maybe a little bit clean shot, but he obviously didn't have the same type of juice with the left that he did the right.
No. Placed it well.
So now, if you are Turner, you're looking for a knockout here.
I mean, you're always.
Well, you're always looking for a knockout, but you basically have to have a knockout if you're going to win the match.
100%. I mean, with all the flinches, with the fouls that he's had, he's in a really bad spot. He's got to get a knockout if he's going to win.
Aaron Turner pacing around as the crazy Hawaiian is coaching up Wes Mena. With 10 seconds left on the clock, they will be stepping to the power slap table.
I love how the crazy Hawaiian's always got the towel on his head. It's like he's low.
Once he loses all that weight, he's down to like 210, you still wear the towel on your head?
He is getting skinnier and skinnier by the day.
He's like a Hawaiian waif model now.
I'm worried about it.
I'm not. He looks great. Here we go. This is the slap of the match from Aaron Turner. Needs a monster strike here.
He looks like a monster. Oh, man. He blew it. He blew it off target. Just kind of caught him with the fingers.
You're right. A little bit of a glancing blow. It was a fair strike, but that's not what he needed. Aaron Turner, valiant effort, but looks like he's going to come up short against Wes Mena. If Mena's able to pull this out, that's part of the penalty. Let's
just see here. I think it's just the fingers. Just the fingers catch him on the end of the jaw. So that's uncomfortable for Wes Mena, but it's not painful. There's no threat of a knockout there whatsoever. Obviously, the palm, that's the hard part. That's why you've got to slap, but not be careful that you club them. He's lucky he didn't break his fingers.
He's getting the reaction from Mena right away because he smells 4-0 on the horizon.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right, Dan. Not the matchup we expected, if I'm honest. Two gigantic guys. Wes Mena, known for his knockouts. Aaron Turner, 6'7", gigantic leverage on those swings. I did not see a decision on the scorecards.
Now, keep in mind, we weren't positive about round one, right? That could have gone either way, and if the judges flip that, we could potentially have a draw.
Atlanta, Georgia, I got you. Atlanta, Georgia, I got you.
And we do know that there is a decision, so it's not going to be a draw, which means no sudden victory round. So we are going to have a winner.
And it's, you know, Wes Mena, sorry, pardon me, Aaron Turner, his reach and range kind of works against him there. You get too close, you're going to hit him by the back of the head and the ear. So he steps away a bit, catches him with the fingers. It's all experience.
Let's find out how this went down. Justin, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Judge Lee scores the match 28-28. Judge D'Amato scores the match 29-27. And Judge Weeks scores the match 29-27 for the winner by majority decision, Wes Mena.
Heavyweights taking notice. Wes Mena now 4-0 in the division. And if you're ranked above him in the top 5, you better be paying attention to Wes the Boom Mena.
Hey, this shit was too good, yo.
Take it back and double up. Try to copy, but they never ever do enough.
Isaih is the 3-time Super Crown champ. The I can earn crypto from taking a photo of my mug.
Yeah.
And that's it.
All you have to do is take a photo of your mug, send it into Mugshot, and you earn VBETA tokens for literally, that's it.
That's it.
That's it, yes.
Okay, so I get crypto now?
There has to be coffee in the mug.
Oh. Oh, that was easy. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
How about these social numbers for Power Slap? 22 million social followers, over 13 billion with a B views across all platforms. One clip had 1.3 billion views all by itself. The combined following of the influencers attending events last year, over 2 billion. Tonight's betting odds for our next match brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Anthony DeFrank, the -165 favorite. The Power Slap Road to the Title show has been the launching pad for many of the sports elite. Season 3's Anthony DeFrank and Riley Montoya hope to be the next in line.
Lightweights looking to break through to the next level in 2025. Long Island's Anthony DeFrank and California's Riley Montoya will leave it all on the stage tonight in order to gain bragging rights in this intriguing battle of coasts. Friends on Season 3 of Road to the Title, DeFrank and Montoya will put that all to the side for 3 rounds or less. And given the potential shown by both men in their 2024 matches, with DeFrank knocking out Gianni Huerta and Montoya engaging in a hard-fought bout with Isaac Gunther and Dakota McGregor, fireworks aren't just hoped for, they're expected. Coming up next, Anthony "The King" DeFrank faces Riley "Slap Shady" Montoya.
Slap Shady Riley Montoya, first time in front of a crowd after competing on Season 3 of Road to the Title. He was very honest. He said, I'm excited, I'm nervous, and I'm confident. You can see by the face tats, he's a big Post Malone fan.
Talking to Riley Montoya, guys, good reminder of what we all go through when we're growing up. You know, you're trying to find yourself, what your path in life is supposed to be, and that is what led Slap Shady here. He is a guy that certainly lives on the edge of his seat. Dan, you mentioned the face tattoos. Yes, the barbed wire, an ode to his favorite artist, Post Malone. He said he had 60 bucks. He walked into a tattoo parlor one day and he's like, what the hell, let's do this thing. And then also other tattoos that we should mention. On his right hand, which is his slapping hand, he has the word misery. And that is a word he plans to bring to real life as he slaps his opponent, Anthony DeFrank.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, he looks like a nice guy. He's got a nice face. I said to him the other day, what's with the tattoos all over the face? But then he's had a bit of a troubled life. He said his parents weren't really around. He's kind of on his own. Been in and out of trouble his entire life, trying to get his act together. And through Power Slap, it's given him a reason to train, to stay dedicated, and try and stay on the straight and narrow.
The King, Anthony DeFrank, 25 years old from Long Island, New York, 1-1 on Season 3 of Road to the Title. He's a social media influencer, so he fits right in here at Power Slap. He has over 100,000 followers on Instagram. He has his own YouTube channel and podcast, which would make you think he's a massive trash talker. But he says a big group of lightweights, Michael, have a group text chat, so he's become buddies with them all. So he doesn't really talk as much smack as you would think.
Yeah, well, he's putting on a show right now. I mean, here he is having a little rap. I'm not sure what you call that. Yeah, he talked a lot about his social media influence, talked a lot about when he was at school, he was always getting into fights. He said he's an entertainer, and that's what he's doing right now. So far in Power Slap, he was on Season 3, had 2 wins, knocked out Gianni Huerta, knocked out Joshua Bosvart. Also jumped in the ring once at Madison Square Garden and started dancing for everybody. So he's not shy, that's for sure, as he performs to everybody. But has he got what it takes to knock out Montoya?
Take a look at now the tail of the tape. Montoya and DeFrank It's Montoya, who's 1 year older, but you can see a significant size advantage for Anthony DeFrank in the height and the reach and the hand. One of the reasons he's a -165 favorite. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap lightweight division and presented by Wolfpack, the official bag of Power Slap. Introducing first in the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 153 pounds. Out of Van Nuys, California, he is a number 7 ranked lightweight contender in the world, Riley Slap Shady Montoya. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 152½ pounds. Out of Long Island, New York, he is a number 4 ranked lightweight contender in the world, Anthony the King DeFrank.
Let's go!
And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mark Smith. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Anthony DeFrank.
Wolfpack.com offers high-performance, customizable bags and backpacks designed for those who are making their mark. Shop now at Wolfpack.com.
You know when Dana White first signed Conor McGregor, he said, I don't know how this guy can fight, but if he can fight half as well as he talks, he's going to do great. It's the same thing with Anthony DeFrank. I mean, all week long, he's been full of it. He's putting on a show. He's playing to the crowd.
Right on 3. Right.
We've seen that he's got 2 knockouts on season 3. He's got a big old hand on him as well.
He's seeing his big windup.
Oh! Montoya takes it though, no problem.
Zero problem for Riley Montoya.
Yeah, I'm about to say, bro. Just let them nerves go.
Keep in mind, for both of these guys, first time in front of a crowd, it's a very different feeling being inside here at Fontainebleau as opposed to Road to the Title Season 3 at the Apex with, 20, 30 people watching.
Very, very different. And let's remember, last time out, Montoya was actually knocked out by the co-main event's Dakota McGregor.
Recover. Hold that position. Keep your chin out. Don't move. Hand count.
Right on 1. Right on 1 for Riley Montoya out of Van Nuys, California. Fittingly wearing the Vans.
That was a flinch, right? Yeah, he moved away.
I don't think he knows he got caught for flinching.
No, I don't think he knows that whatsoever. He still doesn't know. He's too busy putting a show on, calling him a pussy and stuff like that. It's like, bro, come here a second. Hey, you flinched.
He tried to roll with it. He rolls too early. You can't guess on the roll with these slaps.
Look.
Come on. Go eat. He don't got it. Recover.
Pull your pants up. All right.
Don't move until he slaps you. Hand count.
Right hand on 1.
You
He's bowling that neck now. Let's see if the King can't get the dropped.
Well, I see what you did there, Dad.
Trying.
Don't give up your day job.
He is popped and dropped.
That's it. He's out. He's frozen. He doesn't know what day it is.
Riley Montoya walking around, giving the entire crowd the finger. What a moment for this young man.
Wow. Just goes to show, flinching is the worst foul ever. You got to take another shot straight away. Your defense has been diminished. The confidence wanes.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. There it is, right on the button.
Boom! Look at that, the way he went down, frozen completely. Moved a little bit as well. But I don't think they're going to call him for flinching. The man's unconscious. Riley Montoya, kind of unassuming, but he packs a big shot. That was beautiful. Wow, he really hit his head as well, the way that he went down.
He still kind of had a little mini roll there, didn't he?
No, he did. He flinched ever so slightly, but
to your point, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He's unconscious.
Look at these guys.
These guys love it. So does he.
You gotta be happy for Riley Montoya, man. He's gone through a lot. Told us he's still trying to figure out exactly who he is and what his life means and what's going on. And maybe he found his calling as we send it to Justin Bernard to make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by knockout, Riley "Slap Shady" Montoya.
Riley Montoya came in with an 0-2 record as he's still giving everybody the finger and gets the first and the biggest win of his career. Maybe it was the crowd that he needed to juice him up, and I'll tell you what, there are a lot of celebrities in the crowd. Tonight's Power Slap Celeb Cam is brought to you by Arsenal Strength. CJ So Cool, over 9 million followers on YouTube.
It's free on YouTube.
Wearing the bling too, Fredo Thomas. Nearly 5 million Instagram followers, a very talented Instagram creator. And then Taylor Lewan getting skinnier by the day, former Pro Bowl offensive tackle for the Titans. Known now as the co-host of Bussin' with the Boys, one of the more successful podcasts out there.
Choose your side.
Download Power Slap Mobile now.
As a UFC announcer with a front row seat, I've been known to get pretty excited. And with this latest DraftKings offer, you can too. New customers take down $150 instantly in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, and turn $5 into $150 instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
Top 10 welterweight striker rankings brought to you by Dios Azul Tequila. Embrace the spirit. Anthony Blackburn is the champion. We're focusing on KO Chris Thomas at number 4 and Christopher Debo at 8 because they are coming up next. These odds are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. KO Chris, a minus 190 favorite in his return to the Power Slap stage. One of the most feared slap fighters in the sport, Christopher Thomas, returns tonight, eager to get his mojo back by scoring a typical KO Chris knockout when he takes on Christopher Debo.
After a dominant 5-fight run that took him to the Power Slap welterweight title, Christopher Thomas hit a 2024 cold spell that he expects to shake tonight when he meets the returning Christopher Debo. And while Missouri's Debo has won 2 of his 3 trips to the premier stage in slap fighting, KO Chris wants to remind the world why he got his nickname. And after tonight, he plans on continuing with a 2025 payback tour that includes rematches with Emmanuel Muniz and Anthony Blackburn that he hopes will put him back on top of the 170-pound weight class. Coming up next, Christopher KO Chris Thomas squares off against Christopher Full Metal Debo.
Christopher Full Metal Debo comes in with a 2-on-1 record, but he missed weight by 5 pounds. 5 pounds is massive. Docked 20% of his purse. He forfeits the right to strike first after he originally won the toss. Hasn't competed in 18 months and was really, really hard on himself after missing weight.
Yeah, I mean, listen, rightly so. But when I spoke to him, you could see genuine regret. Christopher Debo's had a good little run. Beat Andrew Fields, lost to the former champion Manuel Muniz, and then got a win last time out, but way back in 2023. And that's kind of what he blames the reason he missed weight on. So an 18-month layoff. He said he was going through some personal issues that he didn't really want to get into. And he's really annoyed. He's lost 20% of his purse. And then, as you mentioned there, Chris Thomas now also gets to go first because Debo won the coin toss, but of course it flips to the other side. And we know Chris Thomas has got massive knockout power.
This is the most motivated I have seen KO Chris, the 33-year-old, originally from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, now living in Bismarck, North Dakota, has been out for quite some time. He is the former welterweight champion, says, I'm coming back. First, I'm going to knock out Debo, then I'm going to knock out Manny, and then I'm coming for the champ, Anthony Blackburn. This is a guy who's really been through a lot in life, battled a lot of demons.
Yeah, without question. He was one of the first big breakout stars, a true knockout artist. He looked like he just had God-given power. One touch is all he needed, and he would put people to sleep. And then because of that, he stopped training. He said that he never trained for the last couple of years in all of his bouts. Of course, things changed. Last 2 times out, he lost his title, and then he got knocked out against Anthony Blackburn. For the last year, he said he's done nothing but work out every single day. He's joined the church. He's even working for the church. He's changed his whole outlook on life. And I'm excited to see what he's got, because Chris Thomas, KO Chris Thomas, was a lot of fun to watch. But then he kind of, you know, he was missing weight, and there was some commitment issues going on. Now he's back, seems switched on, and I'm excited.
The Tail of the Tape is brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic Cerveza Dorado and the official beer of Power Slap. Chris Thomas is the -190 favorite. He's 4 years older, a couple of inches taller, and has a 1-inch reach advantage over Debo as well. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap welterweight division, and presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Introducing to you first in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 176 pounds. Out of Wentzville, Missouri, he is a number 8 ranked welterweight contender in the world. Christopher Full Metal Debo. And in the red corner, he stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Out of Bismarck, North Dakota, he is a number 4 ranked welterweight contender in the world. KO Christopher Thomas. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mike Beltran. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Christopher Thomas.
Power Slap Shop. Purchase official Power Slap apparel and merch at shop.powerslap.com, a Fanatics experience.
Okay, gentlemen, take your positions.
Thank you, Olivia and Sabrina.
So KO Chris Thomas is back after 10 months, a changed person.
Right on 3.
A new training regime.
Right on 3. Measure
He's
up.
got the perfect nickname, Right on 3. I've missed this guy in Power Slap. Let's see if he still has it.
First 5 matches of his career, all won by knockout.
Look at the look of Debo. Oh, took it, no problem.
He's coming right back to the table.
He's like, come on, let's go. Let's get on with this.
Debo wants to talk a little trash first.
Yeah, I just want to confirm.
Oh, they're calling clubbing, I believe.
1 point clubbing.
1 point for clubbing.
1 point clubbing.
That's not a good start for Chris.
1 point clubbing.
For KO Chris Thomas.
Take your position.
2-minute injury timeout.
It wasn't awful.
It really wasn't.
But as you mentioned, he's been away for 8 months, so it might take him a minute to get back in the flow.
I think he's been pretty unlucky there to have a point deducted just like that.
Chris, a little deep.
Now Debo.
Don't worry about it. Just get it back.
You land a clean shot here if you're Debo and you win the round.
Yeah.
I want you to get
what
your
I was going to say, Debo, you know, he's 2-1 so far in power slap. He's not known for the knockout power that KO Chris has.
I'm going to take your position.
But does Chris Thomas still have it? That's the real question. You know, because he was knocking everybody out. Then he went 5 rounds with the middleweight champ.
On 3. Measure up.
Couldn't get the job done against Anthony Blackburn. And that first shot there.
It's also been 8 months since KO Chris has been hit.
There we go.
Ooh.
Did he flinch? Did he move?
Fair blow according to Mike Beltran.
Go back on defense.
But you'd have to say Debo had the better shot there, but because of the point deduction.
Yeah, I mean,
ready to go?
It was a fair blow. I don't think it was the best blow. Didn't really do or have much impact. Not much of a reaction from Chris Thomas. He kind of rolled with it and spun away.
Final recovered.
Chill out. Hold that position.
You're right, it initially looked like he kind of stumbled him a little bit, but you're right, it was the perfect roll.
Yeah, I think he was just like kind of
right hand
going with the flow.
Here comes KO Chris on 2.
He's got to get it together.
Oh, Chris is back!
That is what he is known for. There's no point counting, ref. Oh no, he's trying. That is it. KO Chris returns after a year, victorious, and gives us another signature knockout.
Look at that emotion. KO Chris has been dreaming of this moment in North Dakota for 8 months. Weathering those brutal winters, working at a church.
And you got to think, if you're Chris Thomas, you're knocking everybody out, then the last 2 matches don't go your way. Your first match in your comeback fight, you catch him, you club him, you get a point deducted. You're thinking, is it all going wrong? But as we know, with KO Chris, it only takes 1 shot. Let's take a look at it.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
I mean, that was perfect. On the button. Chris Debo is unconscious right there. And the hair just accentuates it in slow motion.
It was beautiful. This is poetry in motion from KO Chris.
Oh. Catches the head, that's nice. So he didn't slam it on the ground, but yeah,
he's gone. Did not table instantaneously. Ow.
Boom. Chris Thomas. That's got to feel good. You know, this man was, as we said, knocking everybody out. This is what he was used to, what he was accustomed to. It's what you expect. And then all of a sudden, everything starts going wrong. So this right now for KO Chris, this is like relief. I've still got it. I'm still a contender. I can still do this.
Look at it on his face.
Yeah.
It says everything.
As I say, the doubt starts to creep in as a competitor. Can I still do this? Did I have my time in the sun? Well, no. As I say, he's still very, very relevant.
KO Chris has been resurrected. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, KO Christopher Thomas.
I'm here with the winner, Christopher Thomas, a signature win. KO Chris is back.
I fucking said so. I'm telling you right now, guys, when I say what I'm gonna do, I'll fucking do it. I failed twice, but I'm back. I'm back to take over this fucking stage.
You're taking me on a bit of a ride here, Chris. Listen, I heard you, I think I at least heard you say you hurt your hand. Is that correct?
I think I broke my wrist. The thing is, I fucked up on the first shot. He woke me up on that shot. Woke me up. I seen all my kids' faces. I seen every one of my son's faces in my fucking brain. And I tell you, there was no way, guys. No way! I'm 6-2. 6 fucking knockouts.
KO Chris, congratulations. Welcome back.
Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Charlie.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by knockout, KO Chris Christopher Thomas.
6 knockouts, 6 victories, and Charlie Arnold never let go of that microphone. That was unbelievable.
Fair play.
As KO Chris jumps off the stage to meet his fans. Let's take another look at that knockout in real-time speed.
That was incredible. I don't know what was better, the slap or just the excitement from Chris Thomas. Boom! Look at that, just beautiful, lethal, deadly. This man is fired up right now. He is screaming his head off, just living in the moment, adrenaline just surging through his veins. He just had an interaction with the champ, Anthony Blackburn. Maybe we can take a look at this. Here it is.
I want you next.
Oh, there he is.
I want you next.
Look at this.
That is beautiful.
Hey, with a performance like that.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I'd pay to see that one. Those are 2 bad boys right there. Well, as you can see, a packed house. Tonight's Power Slap Celeb Cam brought to you by Arsenal Strength. Former UFC welterweight champion Robbie Lawler in the house. Speaking of champions, Merab Dvalishvili, the current bantamweight champion, is here. And then WWE superstars Rey Mysterio and Julius Creed. Love me some Julius Creed. What a good dude.
I want to get out there.
Everybody's here, in case you were wondering. Striker Arrivals brought to you by Dios Azul Tequila. Embrace the spirit. Our main event fighters are in the building. Middleweight champion Isaih Quinones, one of the strongest engineers that you're ever going to meet, set to defend his title for the 2nd time against his friend and nemesis, the Butcher, Branden Bordeaux. Bordeaux thought the first fight was called a bit early, and he insists that's not going to happen again. The Butcher taking a break from slaughtering animals and is focused on carving up Quinones in the main event. We've been on multiple platforms tonight. If you're watching us on any other platform besides Power Slap's YouTube channel, get there now. You don't want to miss what's coming up. That's where you can watch us for the rest of the main card, live and free.
VeChain Power Slap 12, Quinones versus Bordeaux 2 is presented by Crypto.com. Sign up to the Crypto.com app with the code POWER and make a single purchase of $50 or more. By VeChain. VeChain, the official crypto token partner of Power Slap. By Power Slap Mobile. WWE has teamed up with Power Slap Mobile for weekly challenges. Download from the App Store. Play today. And by Estrella Jalisco. Estrella Jalisco, an authentic cerveza dorado and the official beer of Power Slap.
VeChain Power Slap 12, Quinones versus Bordeaux 2, presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. This is what we've all been waiting for. The main card, packed with so much goodness, has arrived. Here's a look at the main card, presented by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Power Slap. Heavyweights Dorian Perez and Pono Pao going to get us going. Paige VanZant, more focused than she's been ever before in Power Slap, set to face Las Vegas local Mikael-Michelle Brown. Our co-main event, Robert the Real Deal Trujillo taking on Dakota McGregor in the first ever lightweight title fight. The main event, it's the Puerto Rican Pretty Boy Isaih Quinones and the Butcher Branden Bordeaux in a rematch for the middleweight title. And without any further ado, let's get back to work. Dorian Perez won the toss and will strike first against Pono Pao in our main card opener. One of the best heavyweight strikers on the planet, Dorian Perez has proven himself on the sport's biggest stage. All he needs now is a belt, and he hopes to get a second title shot by beating Pono Pao here at the Fontainebleau tonight.
While Damian DeBell still reigns supreme over the heavyweight division, a post he's held for nearly 2 years, a hungry host of contenders all want their shot at the champ, including the man who gave him his toughest fight to date, Dorian Perez, who returns tonight to face Hawaii's Pono Pao.
I'm going out there to make sure that I can also prove that I have technique and skill and mindset to be able to overcome this battle.
The rest of the heavyweight division should be very worried to get up to the top 3. When you're going against me, you find out what power slap is really about.
Just 1 point separated Dorian Perez and Damian DeBell on each of the 3 judges' scorecards in the power slap heavyweight title fight last December. And given such a razor-thin result, California's Perez believes an emphatic win over Pono Pao will put him back in a title fight sooner rather than later.
The rematch with Damian is coming. There's nobody that's been able to put him in as much danger as I have. So if I get those 2 that I pretty much missed on him, I put him out.
A key member of the Hawaiian invasion in power slap, Honolulu native Pono Pao cemented his place among the elite last year with knockouts of Devin Jenkins and Cooper Housley that have him champing at the bit for a title shot. And he could secure one with a win over Dorian Perez tonight.
I know Dorian wants a title shot, but he's got me in his way, and that's a big problem for him.
The Hawaiian assassin, Pono Pao, 36 years old, from Honolulu, Hawaii, currently living in San Diego. He smelled blood in his last match with Cooper Housley and got a first-round knockout in his first fight in front of a crowd.
Yeah, and when Pono Pao takes the stage tonight, guys, you might notice a bit of intensity in his eyes, and that's because he has a mental checklist now of minute details that affect everything about his performance on stage. His stance, he intends to check all of these off before any action takes place to really ready himself on defense, as he will be slapping second. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna see his opponent, make sure his heels are glued, hips against the podium, chin aligned, and he said doing this, breaking it down in this manner, really has helped him wonders. The Hawaiian assassin says he's got the warrior spirit, and tonight he is coming for his second straight knockout.
Yeah, he also said he's got a mad scientist type of brain. He said, I figure out all of my opponents. And regarding his opponent tonight, Dorian Perez, he said the biggest thing about Dorian is that he feeds off people's fear and doubt. Dorian tries to scare people and intimidate them. And I don't know if you know this, Dan, but Pono Pao isn't the type of guy that intimidates or scares easily. Last time out, a vicious knockout over Cooper Housley. Big, strong guy, knockout power. Got a little kiss on the way in as well.
Not a bad way to get things started. It is the most deliberate walkout we have seen so far tonight.
He definitely took his time.
With Dorian Perez. I feel like I had to go to church for a minute with Pono Pao. Well, now, but disturbing the peace is back, isn't he? This guy, he's all about the energy. He's coming off a title fight with the bell. He went all 5 rounds last December at Power Slap 10. Just the second loss of his 3-year Power Slap career.
Listen, no offense, Pono Pao, but I did feel like I was in church. Now I'm in the Wild West. Dorian Perez is walking out, one of the most entertaining guys in the heavyweight division. Last time we saw him, came really close to taking the belt, taking the title, but it wasn't meant to be. So that's what this is all about, redemption, becoming a contender again, getting another big, relevant win over somebody like Pono Pao. Now, speaking of his opponent, Pono, he said that he's a glass cannon. He fires a good shot, but he can't take it. One good crack, and you can smash him to bits.
Glass cannon, I like that. The tail of the tape brought to you by Estrella Jalisco on authentic Cerveza Dorado and the official beer of Power Slap. 9 years older is Pono Pao, both men 6'1", and the hand size goes to Pono Pao. It is Perez, the more experienced fighter, 5'2", coming in as the -175 favorite. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on. Welcome to VeChain Power Slap 12, Quinones versus Bordeaux 2, presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. And for the first time ever, live and free across the globe on YouTube. This match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap heavyweight division and presented by Lucy, the official nicotine pouch of Power Slap. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 253 1/2 pounds. Out of San Diego, California, he is a number 5 ranked heavyweight contender in the world. Pono, the Hawaiian assassin, Pao. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 264 pounds. Out of San Isidro, California, he is a number 1 ranked heavyweight contender in the world. Dorian, disturbing the peace, Perez. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Chris Tione. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Dorian Perez.
Dorian.
Lucy, nicotine pouches that slap.
All right, boys, come on. Here we go.
Dorian Perez in the red corner and Pono Pao. Both of these men with their sights set on a title shot. Perez, of course, looking to get back there after his most recent loss to the champ, Damian DeBell. Has a chance to end this and be one and done if he can do so on his first strike, which he has done once before against James Stonier back in 2023.
Stay there, don't move.
All right, so Dorian Perez gets the first shot. Oh, hold on.
Who's Tagliani
taking too long? He's holding that hand right on the face.
I mean, reset it.
What was the issue?
Go ahead and reset.
I don't think they liked where Pono Pao was standing.
All right, boy, perfect. Now, chin up. There you go. Stay right there. Okay? Sorry about that. We're good. Right on 3.
Right hand on Mike Beltran is the second official here with Chris Tione, I think, was finding his spot as well, and there he is in the right position. So here we go.
He is measuring well. He's had that hand on the face for a while. There's 1. We're going on 3. Wobbled him. Certain first shot. Yep. Really good first shot. Kind of stumbled Pono Pao. Right on the button. That was great. And then look at it, just kind of drops just ever so slightly. There it is. I mean, he fell that one. That is a great start for Dorian Perez.
It's a beautiful start. Dorian Perez coming in with that 5-2 record, 1 no contest. He's never been knocked out. This guy has a chin of steel.
20 seconds.
Pao's speaking to the Wolverine right now. Still looks a little dazed, if you ask me.
Well, and Wolverine doing what he does, telling him to take his time, but He has 7 seconds now. He has to step to the power slap table and get to work.
Stay side up, don't move. Okay, you're perfect.
Well, Dorian Perez has been in there with the champion, some of the heaviest hitters at heavyweight.
Must measure.
A lot of experience. You do start to wonder, all those blows on the chin, does it start to take its toll? But so far, the chin has stood up to the test every time.
Pono Powell with that unique windup does not do any damage to Dorian Perez on that first strike.
Look at him, Dorian Perez is not concerned one little bit, sticks his tongue out, starts waving his little thing around. You know, he loves it.
I mean, this guy worked on the Mexico border for a long time. I don't think he's worried about a little slap here and there.
Maybe not as busy these days down at the Mexico border.
I think
that's why he's doing power slap. He's like, I need a job. I've got nothing to do.
He didn't step away from that job for a while.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's acting as well these days. He's doing a little bit of acting. He's putting in a show for us right now on the stage. He's got no one left to catch.
There you go. Good job. Okay, chin up.
Michael Bisping.
Let's go!
Perez calling out Michael Bisping.
Right on
Well, we just locked in.
Right on
We made eye contact.
That's what you do.
So don't worry about me.
You've done it with many a man.
I love it. It's a good time. Let's go. Remember, wobbled Powell last time.
A little on the head from the power slap stick.
Powell took that no problem. That seemed like it wasn't the best shot. It's a little bit low. Nah, it wasn't low. It was just...
It depends on the angle. It's amazing how different these strikes can look depending on the camera angle, because that one looked low, but when you looked at the other one, it looked like it was just the follow-through that was low.
And sometimes just the slightest of angle changes can affect the person receiving the blow, how much it bothers them. Like the first one, there won't have been much difference in the power that Perez was swinging with there. But one tiny little angle, higher, lower, a slight tilt of the hand, the way it affects the placement on the jaw.
Fighter recovered.
Where do you want me?
Right there. Perfect. Chin is perfect. Stay right there. Okay. Thank you. All right. Standing count.
Right hand on one.
Right on one with the measure. Okay.
All right, Pono Powell going on one here in the second round. There's that.
The placement.
Again, almost a glance. They're like to bonk each other on the head. They're hugging.
And now it's all love as well.
We're even. We're even.
It looked like he caught him flush from that angle, but...
Yeah, I mean, that was a good little shot there for Pono Powell. I love the way Dorian Perez just straight away taps him on the head.
How about your scorecard, Michael? You have it all tied up here as we enter the third round.
Yeah, one apiece. I mean, it was a massive opening shot for Dorian Perez. A little disappointed in round two, if I'm honest. Powell came back, leveled up the scorecard.
Fighter recovered.
Back to the power slap table. Here is Perez.
You got it.
Chin up.
Looking for the knockout here in round three.
Everybody's looking for the knockout here.
Always.
I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Right on three.
Nothing but love, though, Dan.
Did he just say I love you to Chris Trujillo?
Do you love me?
All right. Of course I love you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Love Charlie more.
Charlie, do you love me? Kiki. Let's go. Good shot.
Pono Powell attack. Head bump.
You know, the first shot was kind of troubling. If you were in the corner of Pono Powell, definitely got wobbled. But rounds 2 and 3 took it no problem.
They said fair blow.
A little bit high, but Chris Trujillo says fair blow.
Do you want me to bring the doctor up?
I mean, to see that they hit me in the eye.
So Powell's calling for the doctor.
Well, he might be looking at the eye. We really see most of the competitors closing their eyes. You can see that left eye is a little glassy and it got raked. It's dangerous to keep your eyes open because the follow-through.
I'm going to still continue. It doesn't matter.
I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter. He's going to throw one more shot for glory. Get the doctor out of there.
Now it's not exactly fair with a guy like you, as the warrior that you are. You know, that's fine. Who needs two eyes? I got one eye. Let's go.
Because you moved just slightly, that caused the thumb to hit you in the eye. Okay? That's what they just saw in the
All right, discussion's ongoing.
So Perez has taken all three of his shots now, though, so he can't get hit again.
No.
You don't have to take no more. Unless they put a sudden damn death on this match, but shit.
So it should just be all about revenge here. I mean, there's no way you're going to bow out because you can't continue.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry. He's got the head.
And certainly, he can still get the knockout here.
What did your scorecard have going into this final round?
I had it one apiece going into round 3. That wasn't the best shot for Dorian Perez.
So this could be the deciding blow for Pono Pao.
Well, it is the deciding blow.
Indeed it is.
Stay right there.
Pono Pao with the pressure on, gets his eye raked, has a chance to win it here.
It is the final blow.
Right on
And take down the #1 contender in the heavyweight division.
Right on one. Hit me, come on.
Come on, give me your best shot. Dorian Perez has a ridiculous chin.
Never been knocked out.
The punishment that he can take.
He's fought John Davis, Darius the Destroyer, Dwayne Crespo, Damian DeBell. Never been knocked out.
All the biggest hitters. Stood there, gone toe-to-toe, often gone to decisions. 5 rounds with Damian DeBell. Just went 3 rounds with Pono Pao, who has ridiculous power as well. And just every time, just took it, smiled, played along. Hardly moved his feet. But is it enough to get the victory? Because that's what we all come here for. He wants to be a champion again.
He wants another shot with the heavyweight champion Damian DeBell. He faced him back in December, just a couple of months ago. Lost a unanimous decision in a 5-round title fight. And he is anxious to get back there once again. Puts on the familiar cowboy hat, as we have seen so many times before. This is the 8th fight of his power slap career. And Pono Pao, you said it earlier, did a nice job after getting rocked in the first round.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to be done, to be honest, because he was really badly wobbled in round 1, but then recovered perfectly. Never seen trouble again throughout the rest of the match. Now, it was 1-1 going into round 3. The big question is, who had the better slap?
Let's find out.
Third round.
Now for the official decision, brought to you by VeChain, the crypto token partner of Power Slap. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Weeks scores the match 29-28 Perez. Judge Camillo scores the match 29-28 Pao. Judge Bell scores the match 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Dorian Disturbing the Peace Perez.
That was a close one.
Indeed it was. Dorian Perez gets the win, improves to 6-2-1, and perhaps earns himself a title fight. There is Holly Madison, the reality TV star.
Des Rocks, Power Slap.
Des Rocks, the talented musician, and Patty the Batty, UFC lightweight in the top 15 in the house. as well. These locker room shots brought to you by Wolfpack.com, which offers high performance, customizable bags and backpacks designed for those who are making their mark. Shop now at Wolfpack.com. Former UFC star Paige VanZant, unbeaten in her 2 previous power slap matches, but she tells us she's more focused than ever before and hoping to keep that family momentum going after her husband Austin Vanderford's recent win in his UFC debut. Speaking of debuts, Mikael-Michelle Brown already took down one former UFC fighter, and Emily Whitmire, in her power slap debut, and she's ready to make it 2 for 2 against VanZant. The hometown girl sure to have plenty of support here in Vegas. VeChain Power Slap 12, Quinones versus Bordeaux 2 is presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Another beautiful night here in the fight capital of the world. Paige VanZant told us she has something special in store for us tonight. Don't know exactly what it is, but we may get to see it early as she won the coin toss and will strike first. In Mikael-Michelle Brown's world, perfect isn't given, it's earned, and she plans on earning her share by handing former UFC star Paige VanZant her first power slap loss in emphatic fashion.
A combat sports star across several disciplines, Paige VanZant may have found a permanent home in the world of power slap. And after 2 appearances on the stage in 2024, 12 Gauge wants to begin her 2025 campaign by keeping her unbeaten record intact against rising star Mikael-Michelle Brown.
I'm the newcomer in the division, and I believe right now Paige is the face of the female division, and I think I'm here to take that from her.
I definitely believe I found a new home here in Power Slap. The energy from the crowd, the performance, and I just feel like the toughest of the tough come out and do Power Slap. It's not for everybody, but I know it's for me.
Many were surprised when former UFC star Paige VanZant made the move to Power Slap last year, but after a win over Christine Wilmerans and a draw with Chelsea Dodson, it's clear that she not only made the right decision, but that she possibly has a championship with her name on it in the future.
I definitely have my eye on the title. I really want that Power Slap belt. I know I need to have a few more wins and a few more strong performances, but I'm definitely coming for it.
With some mixed martial arts experience of her own, including a one-punch knockout in an amateur bout here in Las Vegas, Mikael-Michelle Brown's power is obvious. And when she defeated UFC vet Emily Whitmire in December, she sent a loud message that she was ready for Paige VanZant.
Paige is going to realize she's in over her head when that first slap hits her, and if it doesn't take her out, she's not going to be looking forward to the next one.
Mikael-Michelle Brown came out smelling like a rose in her power slap debut against Emily Whitmire. She looks a little different than the last time we saw her. Her walkout song is Get It Sexy by Sexy Red, so she decided to go with red hair. So she got the call for this fight, and once she did, she puts this walkout song on every morning and envisions knocking Paige VanZant out.
Yeah, and she's loving life ever since she made her power slap debut, of course, beating UFC veteran Emily Whitmire. Life has kind of changed. She's getting a lot of opportunities. Look at this guy with his dog. I mean, come on, of course, dog slap it all day. Listen, Bobby Brown, Michelle Brown, pardon me. Yeah, her life has changed. She's getting endorsement deals, brand deals. She's even talking about maybe, she's hoping she wins a date with Theo Von. If she wins here tonight. She was on a podcast the other day saying that that's what she wants ultimately out of this. But she's going up against Paige VanZant. Paige VanZant, obviously, we all know the name. She's been around forever. But beating Emily Whitmire in her debut, I think that's going to be a big thing in terms of confidence, right? You go out there, you beat one UFC veteran, well, why can't you beat another?
She said she is most looking forward to, after she beats Paige, saying that you lost to a waitress. And that's what she is hoping for. As you mentioned, she's done it to one former UFC fighter. She's looking to do it to another. She comes from a tough family. Her dad was a semi-pro hockey enforcer back in the day. A familiar face, 12-gauge Paige VanZant, just 30 years old. Had a good career in the UFC, went on Dancing with the Stars, finished second. Her husband, Austin Vanderford, recently won in his UFC debut, and she is now 2 matches into her power slap career. Paige says she's taken it a lot more seriously this time around, moving down to flyweight, which is a much more natural weight class.
Yeah, well, she came in, she won her debut against Christine Beaumont's. She kind of messed around a little bit. Last time out against Chelsea Dodson, who competed earlier tonight, she went to a draw. So she's like, hold on a minute, this isn't good for my brand. I'm supposed to come out here and beat these girls. So as you say, picked up the training and the intensity. Another thing also is that tonight, she'll be slapping with her right hand, because in the past, in her MMA career, she broke her arm several times. She didn't want to slap with the right hand because it might, might re-break. This time she's like, hold on, I'm right hand dominant. I'm way stronger with my right hand. Why wouldn't I throw my slap with my right? That's what we're gonna see tonight.
The tail of the tape brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic Cerveza Dorado and the official beer of Power Slap. VanZant, a big favorite, -310. She's 4 years older. And the younger Mikael-Michelle Brown, a +230 dog. Justin Bernard gets us started.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Women's Flyweight Division and presented by Power Slap Mobile, the official online store of Power Slap. Introducing to you first in the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 126 pounds. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Mikael-Michelle Brown. And in the red corner, she stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Out of Coconut Creek, Florida, 12-gauge Paige VanZant. And when the action begins, the referee in charge, Carrie Hatley. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Paige VanZant.
Tonight's blue corner fighters brought to you by Dios Azul Tequila. Embrace the spirit.
All right, ladies, here we go. Okay, blue, let's get set. Slightly touching.
Mikael-Michelle Brown will receive first. The favorite Paige VanZant strikes first.
Right there. Okay, red has won the toss, hand and count.
Right on 3.
First time
on 3, you must
we're seeing VanZant using the right hand, as you alluded to.
Yeah, we have seen tonight, though, a couple of times. People have hurt their arms, hurt their hands. Be careful, Paige.
2.
No problem now. Fair blow, just a little slap. Brown took it, no problem.
Here we go, Red.
Just a little feather dust, mostly fingers.
Just a little tickle.
Yeah.
With the fingers there. So really get in there.
Didn't get the meat of the palm on there.
Put their hand on there, slap him like you mean it.
The youngster, the 26-year-old Mikael-Michelle Brown. And if you're wondering what's up with Mikael-Michelle, well, her parents wanted a boy and were expecting a boy, so they had the name Michael ready. They had to just tag on Michelle once they had a girl.
I think Michael's a tremendous name.
I'll bet you do.
Blue, hand and count.
Right on 1.
Yeah, her dad was a bit of a crazy guy.
Right hand
by all
on 1, you must
accounts.
measure.
I think a bit of that has passed down.
I agree to her.
From Michelle Brown, just a little bit. Went to a decision last time against Whitmire. Gonna lean into it. That was a good shot.
Did she just tickle her nose before she slapped her?
Who, VanZant?
I think Mikael-Michelle Brown just tapped her nose. Am I on crack?
Well, you might be on crack.
I might.
She tickled her nose with a slap.
I thought she touched her nose when she was pulling back. Maybe I'm seeing things.
Yeah, so Mikael-Michelle Brown takes round 1, in my opinion. Just a way better slap, if I'm honest. I think.
Ready?
A I think everybody agrees, yes, Paige VanZant took it well. Straight away waved and said, nah, big smile, etc. But it was a better slap.
A little bit more. Right there. Stay. Yeah. Leave it up. Okay, stay right there. Don't move.
Seemed like Paige was just a little bit out of range, as we said, just kind of tickled him with the fingers.
Right hand on three. Okay, right hand on three. Right
Get
hand on
that
three.
entirety of the hand.
You got a little face.
Just cracking in the jaw.
1, 2.
Oh, that's better.
Significantly better from VanZant.
That's better. That's more like it. You can hear the impact.
Yeah, put your body into it just like you were back on the back. Right then, that was all.
Here we go, Red.
Oh, yeah, that was juicy.
That was good. That was better. But Brown, she has got a chin.
This is what I'm talking about.
Let's have a look.
Look what she does here. Oh, she pulls the back.
Here we go, Red.
Oh, I thought she touched her nose.
What are you talking about?
I'm getting some information that is inaccurate.
You must be on crack.
I am. Too many monsters. I'm hyped up and seeing things tonight.
Don't move it.
Okay, Blue, hand and count starting.
Right hand on one.
Right hand on one. Right hand on one. There's your measure.
So the placement.
Oh, there it is. It almost looks, that's what I was seeing. Okay, I think I might give VanZant that second round.
And I think I agree, yeah.
So that would mean we would be tied.
One apiece going into round 3. I hate to say it. I mean, we look here, it's good technique. I mean, the feet hardly move whatsoever. The placement's really nice. Just the power. The power wasn't there. Paige took it well. I mean, she's no stranger. Years and years in mixed martial arts.
Here we go, Red. Starting round 3, ladies. Starting round 3.
Let's see if 12 gauge can land a big one here.
Come on, girls.
Right there. Stay right there.
Let's get a knockout. Let's give the people what they paid to see.
Okay, right hand on 3.
All right, all tied up on your scorecard, Michael.
Yep, one apiece.
1, 2.
Probably the best match. Best shot of the match for Paige.
It was a really good shot. There was a lot of impact there. Brown's just straight away, I love it. You don't love it.
I don't know, she might. She might love
last strike.
She probably does.
You mentioned it, her father was an enforcer in semi-pro hockey. She once told us that they actually got in a fight together.
Yeah. Sounds like the house I grew up in. I got into a few fights. Alongside my father.
Your old man?
Yeah, why not? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Here we go, Red. Here we go, Red. With your hand this time. You put your body into it that time, but you hit her with the fingertip. Hit her with your hand and put one good smack on it.
That left side of the face is really taking a pounding for Mikael-Michelle Brown.
Be sure you're in the box. Okay.
She got some good coaching from Wolverine, one of the best in the business.
Right on one.
Going on one. Going on one.
Must be a nice feeling for Brown. She knows she's not going to take another slap. Big smile on her face. Paige VanZant also smiling, but hold on. Oh, there it is. Pulls it back. Boom. Wow.
This is so tight, bro.
It really is.
We could have a sudden victory round. Oh, no.
That's a little high, but yeah. No. Oh, I don't know.
You would need a 10-8. You would need generally a point deduction, which we haven't seen.
Yeah, if you ask me, Paige VanZant got off to a slow start, but she won rounds 2 and 3. That one there from Brown, not the best placement, a little bit high, kind of grazed through the eyes as well. She does a good job, excellent technique. As I said before, the feet don't move. Does a good job of using all of her body to rotate whilst keeping the feet planted.
We're good.
Placement was a little off, a little bit high, didn't do any damage either.
Good job.
If you ask me, I think Paige VanZant wins this one 29-28, although it was very close, so you never know. But Bobby, I keep saying Bobby Brown, Michelle Brown puts on a really, really good show.
I
Look
thought
at this.
both of them were outstanding.
Now for the official decision, brought to you by VeChain, the crypto token partner of Power Slap. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision. 12 gauge, Paige VanZant.
I'm here with the winner, Paige VanZant. Paige, you told me you were coming into this more motivated than ever. How good does it feel to get that win?
It feels incredible. Honestly, the win feels good. Not flinching and not fouling. I was training a lot for that. And I switched to my right hand. I think I'm gonna go back to my left. I think my left is more powerful.
Do you? Because your right hand is your dominant hand, so that's interesting.
Yeah, my right's my dominant, but I've had 4 surgeries on it. So now I think, you know what, my left's more powerful. I'm gonna go back to the left for the next one.
Well, another switch you made for this one, you dropped down to 125. Did you feel much better at this weight?
Absolutely. This is like what my body and my physique is meant to compete at. I'm a true 25er. I came in underweight at 35 quite a bit. So yeah, 25 is where I belong. And hey, Dana, where's that 25 belt, baby?
That's what I was gonna ask you next. I know that you're vying for a belt. That would be the next thing to really accomplish here. How quickly do you want to get back in action? And you know, if Dana's listening, maybe there's a belt sooner rather than later.
Hey, put me on the next card. Let's get some women's belts for all of us. Jackie needs a belt. I need a belt. We're here to stay. We're here to knock bitches out and slap people all day.
Well, congratulations, Paige. Job well done. Ladies and gentlemen, still unbeaten in Power Slap, your winner, Paige VanZant.
That post-fight interview brought to you by 10X Health, Precision Nutrition Wellness. Go to 10xnutrition.com. We're here to knock bitches out all day. Getting a little love from her husband, Austin Vanderford, who is now in the UFC. And Paige VanZant really getting into this Power Slap thing as she goes over to talk to Jackie Cataline, Theo Von, Bert Kreischer, 2 of the biggest comedians in the world are in the house here tonight. Colby Covington, top 10 UFC welterweight, just doing his Colby thing. Yair Rodriguez, number 5 in the featherweight division. And how about this? Chuck Liddell,
the Iceman,
the Hall of Famer here as well. And of course, Max Crosby, fresh off that brand new contract. The highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL is here as well. Charlie back with us with more on our lightweight title matchup in the co-main event. Charlie.
Dan, thank you so much. Yeah, we have seen Robert Trujillo, the coach, as of recently, but it has been more than a year since we have seen Robert Trujillo, the competitor, maybe why the real deal struggled in the manner that he did yesterday to make weight. He did pull it off, though, and now he is ready to be the first owner of that brand new lightweight title as he goes for his 4th straight KO. But Dakota McGregor has been training with laser focus because for him, winning is the only option. Aside from hitting the bob, he trains in jiu-jitsu 3 times a week and throws in some boxing. The Maritime Menace says Trujillo has a good chin and is very accurate, but listen to this, has never been hit in the manner McGregor plans on unleashing tonight in his quest to become champion. Dan, back to you.
All right, Charlie, thank you very much. Big one coming up on Saturday. Alex Pereira defending his light heavyweight title against Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313. And Justin Gaethje faces Rafael Fiziev in a rematch of their epic battle 2 years ago. Get those pay-per-view orders in now. This top 10 welterweight striker rankings brought to you by Dios Azul Tequila. Embrace the spirit. This is the first ever title fight, and it's between the #1 contender, Robert Trujillo, and Dakota McGregor. Tonight's betting odds brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. And it is Trujillo, a #1 ranked title contender, as the -165 favorite. A Power Slap lightweight champion will be crowned tonight here in Vegas, and Robert Trujillo and Dakota McGregor are the contenders vying to make history in 5 rounds or less.
And I've been waiting for this lightweight championship since I first started. You know, I came in here and I showed Dana and Frank that just because we're smaller guys, you know, we still pack as much power as even the super heavyweights.
Oh, he got him.
He's down.
I got the call. I was ecstatic, you know. The first ever lightweight champion, the first Canadian champion in power slap. I'm out here making history, things I thought I would never do. And it's just a dream come true, right? I can't wait to get up there and slap someone's soul out of their body. Been too long.
I think it's been hard for them to get me a legit opponent because fear is a big factor in this sport, and I feel like a lot of guys do fear me, you know, especially after I knocked out Joe Scott. No one else has ever even budged the guy, and I knocked him out pretty cold.
He is unconscious!
I think a lot of these guys see that it's just a repeated pattern of me putting these guys in the dirt, and it puts a little fear in them.
So Robert says he's seen fear in his opponent's eyes before. I can almost guarantee you this time it's going to be the opposite way around.
Come on. For you, Dana. That's for you. Wow. McGregor's here. Wow. McGregor's here.
Hey, if there's people out there that don't want to fight him, that's why they brought me in. I'm just here to take everything he's worked for. I'm gonna f all them plans up. I'm gonna ruin everything. I'm gonna take that belt home with me to Canada where it belongs. The first ever lightweight champ is here.
I've been building this division myself, you know, I feel like this is already my division. I don't feel like anyone wants that belt more than me. Knowing I finally got a match, I have all this built up tension I'm ready to go release in this guy's face.
There's no way Robert Trujillo is stopping me. Just because McGregor's here, I'm taking the over. I know I'm the best. I know I'm gonna win.
Dakota, it's been a long time coming, but once I get up there, I know it's kill or be killed, and I'm not about to be anyone's meal. I'm gonna be out there holding that belt up high.
The Maritime Menace, Dakota McGregor, coming in 2-0. Both of those wins, second-round knockouts over Riley Montoya and Ivan Hernandez. He was supposed to be on the December card, but his tonsils swelled up and he had to pull out. This is his first fight in front of this type of crowd. Grew up on tiny Prince Edward Island in Canada, playing all kinds of sports. Now works as a full-time carpenter. This guy has been through a ton in life.
Yeah, that's right. Sadly, when he was 6 years old, his father committed suicide. His mom left. He had a bunch of drug problems. Was raised by his grandmother. She passed away. His sister passed away. So, you know, I mean, a lot of personal problems and just hardship in his life, but the fact that he's still here to this day is a testament to him. And also, he thanks Robert Trujillo for giving him this opportunity. The reality is he earned it. When he knocked out Ivan Hernandez on season 3, he got knocked down, it was bad, but then he got up and he floored him with what Dana called the cleanest slap he has ever seen.
The real deal, Robert Trujillo, 32 years old, from tiny Raton, New Mexico, coming in with a 4-1 power slap record, riding a streak of 4 straight wins. He's a power slap original and a legit professional MMA fighter with a 5-1 record. He hasn't had a fight in MMA or power slap in over a year. Been focusing on his 2 kids and training. He's coached in a couple of power slap events, but he's really been waiting for this moment. He's been waiting for the lightweight title to be on the line. He's here, and he believes he will deliver.
Yeah, I mean, he lost his debut. Since then, he's knocked everybody out. You know, Jules Scott, Paul Teague, Anthony Green, last time, Dallas Moran. He has real knockout power. And that's because of the way that he trains, as we've mentioned all the time. 6-1 in professional mixed martial arts. The goal is still to fight for the UFC one day, and he's trying to use this as a platform. The only thing that's been holding him back is his strength of schedule. Only one match in 24, 2 in 23. You know, you got to be busy, you got to be more active. And now, of course, he's fighting for the inaugural lightweight strap. If he becomes the champ, he'll become a big star. He might have to defend the belt multiple times. And who knows, maybe it will be the first time we see somebody go from the Power Slap League to the UFC. But right now he's got his hands full with Dakota McGregor, and he's going to focus on the task at hand.
From the end of 2022, he's been absolutely dominant. As you mentioned, all 4 of those wins by knockout in the first or second round. Tail the Tape brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic cerveza dorado and the official beer of Power Slap. Dakota McGregor is significantly taller at 6'1". Also has a healthy reach advantage as well, but he comes in as the plus 125 underdog to the #1 contender, Robert Trujillo. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening, set for 5 rounds, all for the inaugural Power Slap Lightweight Championship of the World, presented by Fontainebleau Las Vegas. Our judges stateside are Mike Bell, Adelaide Bird, and Junichiro Kamijo. Introducing first in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 154 1/2 pounds. Out of Sudhi, Prince Edward Island, Canada, he is a #3 ranked lightweight contender in the world, Dakota, the Maritime Menace McGregor. And in the red corner, he stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 154 1/2 pounds. Out of Raton, New Mexico, he is a #1 ranked lightweight champion of the world, Robert the Real Deal Trujillo. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jason Herzog. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Dakota McGregor.
Sign up to the code Crypto.com app with the code POWER and make a single purchase of $50 or more. All right, so it's the dog striking first, Dakota McGregor. We've seen the power. Let's see if he can bring it here against Trujillo.
Right on 3 with a measure.
Yeah, Dakota McGregor's really impressed me. That match that he had against Hernandez, it looked like he was done. And he gets the knockout. That was a good shot. The chin on Trujillo. I mean, look at the size of the jaw on the man.
Yeah, he's chirping a little bit too, as Trujillo said it was a little high.
Definitely high. No doubt about that.
Well, McGregor is, of course, swinging down. He has about a 5-6 inch height advantage.
Kind of chopped him a little bit, just manipulated the angle of the palm.
You ready here? You're set? Which hand? Right
Trujillo.
That's your measure. Right on 3. Right
has put on a ton of muscle as well.
And he's had 3 first-round knockouts in a row. And McGregor flinched badly there. If they don't call that.
Review.
Yeah,
they're taking a look at it, Bisping.
You don't need to review it. I'm telling you right now, there was a flinch, there was a dump, there was a tense, there was almost, he almost went.
Keep that foot still.
No.
Give him another one.
Fair blow.
Wait, hey.
So it was one of those where he moved the body but not the head a whole lot, but Jason Herzog has given him a stern warning about that.
Right, well, he got very, very lucky. That's all I'll say.
Right on 3. That's your measure.
Here we go, round 2. Remember, this is a 5-round fight.
Big wind-up from McGregor. Just whips it straight through. And Trujillo just smiles.
He just shrugs it off. That was a solid shot from Dakota McGregor.
It was a really nice shot, perfect placement, and he wound it all the way back. Really used all of his leverage. Straight through, going right through the target like you're supposed to. But Robert Trujillo just stood there, took it, no problem whatsoever.
Are you set there? You set, stand by. Which hand, what count?
Trujillo really wearing that on the left side of his face.
A lot of swelling there. Now, McGregor's got to be careful. Don't look at the jaw going. Shaking and baking. Not quite asleep, but he went down. Take your time. And he's up.
Brilliant, brilliant coaching by Wolverine, who made him stay down.
Fantastic coaching, but the whole time, it was very intimidating. Robert Trujillo just staring him down.
Tonight's Recovery of the Night brought to you by Slate Milk. Fuel up with Slate's delicious high-protein drink. Slate makes you strong. And here he is, taking his time. Look at Wolverine coaching him up as well.
Yeah, it's perfect, because if he stood up right there, this match would be over.
Just keep it going. Put your feet in a little closer.
What hand and what count? Right on 3. Right on 3.
Trujillo sits him down. Let's see if McGregor can answer.
Look at the shoulders of Trujillo, all kind of shelled up, but they're not supposed to do that. Good shot.
McGregor's connecting on good ones, and you know what's funny? He's turtling up more than anybody we've seen tonight.
Yep. But hey, listen, it's not his fault. If he gets away with it.
I wholeheartedly agree.
It's a really nice slap, but you're right, and he kind of leaned into it a little bit. Not an egregious flinch, but it was there nonetheless. As was the power. That was a really good shot from Dakota McGregor. But the chin, the jaw, the flinching, whatever you want to call it, the experience, toughness, all on the side of Robert Trujillo. Now, the big question is this the one? Does Dakota McGregor go to sleep right now? What do you think? I say yes. This is the end.
Using the table to prop him up. Two consecutive shots where he just got rocked. Oh my God, Trujillo is dropping the hammer.
He bumped into Forrest Griffin though. Yeah, he was all over the place. He didn't know what day it was. Now listen, I was wrong. He's got to make it to round 4. But I predict, I'm sorry, buddy, if you're watching this by Dakota McGregor, and I'm wrong, I apologize. And to any McGregor fans out there listening to this, I'm just saying, I think he's going to go to sleep next round.
Well, he's been landing great shots, but Trujillo's just been eating them up like they're snack cakes.
There's been no damage done on the side of McGregor, whereas Trujillo's nearly buried him every single time. That's a good shot.
They've all been good shots from McGregor, but Trujillo has a chin of steel.
Okay, $20. Dakota's going to go to sleep right now. Joe Bad says he's with me. I just, like, he's been hurt so many times in a row.
Well, he's been rocked twice.
Do you want to take the bet?
No, I don't want to take the bet. I'm agreeing with you.
You are a pussy.
Oh, really? Get your ass up there to the power slap table.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to.
I know you would.
Hey, listen. Dakota McGregor is as tough as they come. And if anyone can prove me wrong, it's him. But as I said, rounds 2, 3, and 4 getting hurt. Let's see. Okay.
You owe me $20.
Yeah. If you were a man, you'd be $20 richer right now.
Right. Well, he survived.
Rubbing his racing. Calm down. Relax.
And as much as we're talking about Trujillo's chin, the fact that Dakota McGregor is still standing and still striking is a modern-day miracle after what he went through.
Yeah, no, it really is. And I know I was getting a little bit silly there, and it seems disrespectful, but the reality was, in 2 and 3, he looked like he was done. So the question is it the side on Robert Trujillo? Is he also starting to fade? I mean, of course, he's taking shots. He's taking damage as well. You see a bit of swelling and redness on the side of Trujillo. You can see redness on the side of McGregor.
Make sure we're fair. Yeah. Right on what?
All right, round 5, the final round. He is down huge, needs a knockout here, does McGregor. Trujillo with the little kiss.
Yeah, but you can see Trujillo, obviously he's very nervous, he's worried, like the jaw's quivering, the lips are quivering, but then he takes it and he's like, oh, that wasn't too bad. It's always the anticipation is the worst thing.
Trujillo getting the USA chance against the Canadian McGregor.
You got time.
Wow.
At 20, make him come in. All right, at 20.
And Trujillo knows he has this one in the bag. I'm going to be very interested to see how he approaches this 5th and final slap of the match.
He's going to look for the knockout. Trujillo has won his last 4 in a row. Put them all to sleep in the first or the second round. You want to be the champ, but you want to get it done by knockout.
Oh, another big one that stuns him. Table saves McGregor. A couple of warriors here showing their respect.
McGregor still doesn't know what day it is.
You're probably right.
Trujillo went in for the hug and the handshake a little too soon. But all class.
100%. Both of these guys, what an absolute battle this was. And let's not forget, for Dakota McGregor, his first fight in front of a crowd, his first match of this magnitude, and it's going to result in his first loss in a title fight. He'll be back.
He's the only person that Trujillo hasn't beaten by a knockout. And he did some damage. He busted up the face of Robert Trujillo. He's going to lose a lopsided decision. There's no shame in that. He showed and proved his toughness. He showed that he's a competitor. He's done that in the past. Took some damage, landed some good shots. And he still thinks he's got it. God bless him.
What a fight.
But it's just a formality. Robert Trujillo will be the first, the only Power Slap lightweight champion. The inaugural.
Well, he said he wants to be a 2-division champion, does Robert Trujillo. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be next in line, because it's taken a while for Power Slap to fill out this lightweight division. Robert Trujillo's been here from the very beginning, but they haven't had enough guys to compete with him. McGregor, the first to step to the table in a title fight, doing just that against Robert Trujillo. The official decision brought to you by VeChain, the crypto token partner of Power Slap. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 50-43, 50-44, and 49-45 for the winner by unanimous decision, and new Power Slap lightweight champion of the world, Robert the Real Deal Trujillo.
I'm here with the winner and the first ever Power Slap lightweight champion, Robert Trujillo. I'm not sure, are these tears in your eyes because of emotion, or are you just a little shaken up from this one?
No, it's a ton of emotion. I've been working on this shit forever. To finally have it, it's crazy.
We didn't see the normal knockout that we're accustomed to seeing from you, but you had a dominant performance, and it's not only about your offense. I mean, your chin is as strong as they come. How would you evaluate your performance?
I tell everyone in this sport, it's all about the chin. Anyone could knock someone out, but if you ain't got a chin, you ain't gonna survive in this sport. And Dakota is a fucking gangster. I've never hit anyone as hard as I hit him, and I put them all to sleep, and that motherfucker took 5 hits from me. He's a fucking gangster. Much love and respect, Dakota.
A very impressive match all the way around, but now here you are, belt around your waist. I'm sure that feels nice. So when's the first title defense? How quickly you want to get back to action to prove exactly what you are made of?
I want to get back to action, but not to defend this. I want to go up to 170 and take that 170 belt. You know, I see Blackburn's out here. I walk around pretty heavy. I'm about 169 right now, so I want to move up and hold both these belts.
So you got Anthony Blackburn on your mind?
Yeah, I got Blackburn on my mind. I just don't think no one in the 155 class has anything for me. Dakota was the best they could throw at me, and he was a fucking gangster, but no one will touch that.
Congratulations, amazing job, and here you are, champion, and I know that feels good. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Robert Trujillo, and the first ever Power Slap Lightweight Champion.
That post-fight interview brought to you by 10X Health, Precision Nutrition Wellness. Go to 10xnutrition.com. And Trujillo already talking about what he told us. He wants to be a 2-division power slap champion, calling out Anthony Blackburn, who is here in the crowd. But it has been a long time coming for Robert Trujillo, and he finally leaves with that belt around his waist. Tonight's Locker Room Camp brought to you by Wolfpack.com, which offers high-performance customizable bags, backpacks designed for those making their mark. Shop now at Wolfpack.com. With one title events already in the books, the Puerto Rican Pretty Boy, Isaih Quinones, will be unfazed as he makes another championship walk, now riding a streak of 4 straight wins by knockout, and he's expecting another one tonight. Branden Bordeaux felt that power in their last title fight and says this time around he is ready to rewrite the ending. It's the Butcher and the Puerto Rican Pretty Boy coming up. Another beautiful night here in Las Vegas, and this is the place to be. VeChain, Powered Slap 12, Quinones versus Bordeaux 2, presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. And here comes the Power Slap table once again for our final fight of the evening. It is the main event. Isaih Quinones and Branden Bordeaux. It's Quinones, the -185 favorite. Winner of 4 in a row, Isaih Quinones' 4th victory in that stretch was the biggest as he held off a furious charge from Branden Bordeaux to retain his middleweight title. Tonight, they meet again. And here we go. Quinones, the champ, set to receive from Branden Bordeaux, who won the toss.
Second round shot that I took from Branden Bordeaux, he got me right on the button. My shot in round 2, I knew I was gonna get him clean. I knew I was gonna knock him out. It feels great to be champion. I mean, I feel like I proved why I'm the champion. I already defended my belt 3 weeks after getting it out in Abu Dhabi against John Davis, and now I'm here to defend it again. I've gone up against people who haven't been knocked out, people who haven't been knocked down, people with no losses, and I've taken all of those from them. My chin is solid. I know I'm gonna be 100%, and I'm ready for this match. I expect Branden to come after me with all he has, especially because I know he wants this belt, but I'm sorry, Branden, I'm gonna keep stopping you from getting this belt.
I've always said, you know, through adulthood, I know who I am, I know what I'm capable of, I just need an opportunity. Power Slap gave me that opportunity, and I'm capitalizing on it. The work that I've put in has been showing in between every fight, and I've gotten better and better each time, and I plan on being much better again tonight. I'm glad we're running this rematch back. Everybody in that arena that night, everybody watching, knew that there was no way in hell Isaih was taking one more shot from me, and they saved him by stopping that fight. It makes me more dangerous because it makes me more motivated. And the more motivation you give me, the harder I keep working, the better I'm gonna be, and I'm coming to take everything.
I wanted to take the rematch right away because he's been the only person to challenge me in the middleweight division. Branden had his chance last time. Now I'm going to show him what it's like to have me at 100%.
I'm going to show the Power Slap universe that I'm going to go out there and finish a job. I'm going to finish what I was doing on December 6th. His head is the only thing standing between me and a world title, and I plan on taking his head clean off.
The Butcher is all business. Started training 2 days after his last title fight and took 2 months away from his mobile slaughtering business, turning it all over to his brother so he could focus solely on preparing for tonight. He's been working with Anthony Blackburn's trainer, doing all movement-specific training that has to do with rotation and slapping, and he has never felt better. Looked great, absolutely shredded at weigh-ins.
Yeah, absolutely ripped, and that's because he's been training ever since the last matchup. He found out about this a few days after he lost the last one, and that's because there was a lot of controversy. He really hurt Quinones with the first slap, wobbled him, hurt him, put him down, and because of that, it gives him a lot of confidence. He says, I know I can hurt him, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, and this time I'm going to finish what I started. Now, we all know what happened. Quinones dropped him, he got up, he showed a lot of heart, and he was up by the time the referee counted to 3, but then he stumbled. He said he caught his foot on the canvas. You know, maybe he did, maybe he was legitimately wobbled. Either way, he was counted out, and he refuses to be that this time. He has done nothing but train, as you mentioned, put the mobile slaughtering business on hold. Hasn't stopped him from talking a little trash, though, and messing around, cutting out people's animals' hearts on social media and squeezing them and eating them. Yeah, he's revved up and ready for this one.
And how about the kicks? He's a big shoe guy, and he said he's changing it up this time.
They're terrible.
These are the Cactus Plant Flea Market Pure Platinum Nike Dunks. That is a mouthful. And Branden Bordeaux could not be more ready, nor could he be more excited for this moment here tonight. They are bedazzled, this thing.
I can see you in a pair of those, Dan. Now, last time he said it was the Chunky Donkeys, but he claimed that his foot caught the canvas. Maybe they were too chunky. Regardless, he looks in phenomenal shape here.
The champ, the Puerto Rican Pretty Boy, Isaih Quinones, defended his title on 3 weeks' notice last time, and he's well aware that Bordeaux thought it was an early stoppage. He wants to leave no doubt this time. Unlike Bordeaux, he is still going to work every day. He's one of the strongest engineers that you're ever going to meet. Works at a vertical takeoff company called Supernal in California. Full-time job, full-time training, doing a lot of it with a Major League Baseball coach.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, baseball, you're throwing a ball or swinging a bat. There's a lot of similarities. There was a slapper on earlier that we talked about, was a tennis player. A lot of similarities there. The reality is this man is very switched on, very intelligent. You mentioned the engineering job that he has, and he's on an absolute tear. 5 wins in a row. This will be his second successful title defense if he gets the job done tonight. But the reality is, he was dropped in the first match against Bordeaux. And because of that, he said he's been working on his defense a lot. He's worked his neck muscles, his traps, his jaw. He's been training at Gold's Gym, enlisted the help of a Major League Baseball coach, as you mentioned as well. So he's really just done everything he can to go to that next level. He wants to continue to dominate in 2025 and potentially next year move up to heavyweight.
Well, he's a big guy. He has crazy strength. He's always been one of the stronger middleweights in the division. And these two are friends. They know each other, as you mentioned. They've talked a little smack to each other. Bordeaux sending a video of him with a heart that he has pulled out of a pig or something. I mean, there's some crazy stuff going on between these two guys.
These are two of the nicer guys. You know, they're really nice. They're switched on. They've got a good sense of humor. They're brilliant slappers.
Very likable gentlemen. The tail of the tape brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic Cerveza Dorado, and the official beer of Power Slap. Quinones, the -185 favorite, is 1 year older. It is the height advantage that belongs to Branden Bordeaux, the reach advantage as well. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Dallas Hahn, and Executive Director Jeff Mullen. Our judges stateside are Mike Bell, Sal Diamato, and Chris Migliore. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fontainebleau Las Vegas. This is VeChain Power Slap 12. Quinones versus Bordeaux 2. Presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. And for the first time ever, live and free across the globe on YouTube. This match is 5 rounds for the Power Slap Middleweight Championship of the World. And presented by VeChain, the official crypto token partner of Power Slap. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 183 1/2 pounds. Out of Fremont, Michigan, he is a number 2 ranked middleweight contender in the world. Branden, the Butcher. And in the red corner, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 184 1/2 pounds. Out of Palmdale, California, he is the undisputed Power Slap middleweight champion of the world, Isaih, the Puerto Rican Pretty Boy. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mark Smith, winner of the coin toss, and striking first, Isaih Quinones.
Here we go. Our main event for the middleweight title. And the champ gets first lick.
The champ goes first. It's worth pointing out he's never knocked anybody out in one shot. Said he's confident this time in getting it done with just the one. Look at Bordeaux. That wasn't the best slap. Wasn't the best positioning. Didn't really have much impact.
He was a little high.
He was definitely a little high. And it kind of skimmed off him a little bit. It was a weird placement. It kind of almost like a palm. See a bit of blood on the nose as well at Bordeaux.
And Bordeaux saying to him after the shot,
"It looked clean."
Doctor coming over to take a look. Cut man. Looking at Bordeaux right now.
Yeah, I mean, there shouldn't be any kind of cause for concern. They're slapping each other in the face. You're going to see a bit of blood here and there. However, the way that he threw it, you can see a solid bruising there. Oh, see the blood just pour out there? It just spurted out. I think his nose might be broken. I've never seen blood shoot out of a nose like that before. That was like a water pistol.
It stopped for a minute. And
yeah.
We're not put super glue on?
No. I think his nose is broken. I mean, you can see it there.
Let's just go with it.
He snapped his nose.
All right, here they go.
You got it. You ready?
Let's take a look. Yeah, so the palm. You see the nose kind of ricocheting around, bouncing all over the place.
All right, right on one. Butcher looking to carve him up here in the first.
Yeah, I mean, if we were scoring on damage, Quinones takes that round. Oh! No! Sits the champ down. Hold on, he's up. He's done. It's good. That's it!
That's it! The Butcher does it! We have a new middleweight champion of the world!
Unbelievable. Gets his nose broken in the very first round, and then one shot is all it takes. Sits him down. Quinones gets back to the feet, but just wasn't enough.
Branden Bordeaux had tears coming out, tears of joy. He was so elated.
I saw him yesterday at the weigh-ins. I said, "You look in phenomenal shape." He said, "Yeah, I'm telling you, Mike, one and done." And he was right.
He lived up to his promise. I would not have guessed. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast, and the Butcher did just that.
Straight through. I mean, that's as good as a slap as you're ever gonna see. Quinones just hits the canvas, and you can see the look in his eyes. He doesn't know where he is. Look at the eyes rolling back there. You can just about see it. If you see the wide shot, you can just see he doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, this is a good angle.
Ooh.
Crunched, mushed.
I know.
Torpedoed.
Quinones down and not quite out, but he might as well be.
So here's the thing. This is what I'm going to ask you, Biscuit. If Wolverine had been in his corner and said, "Don't get up, don't get up, don't get up," and he takes a knee and waits 10 seconds or 8 seconds,
yeah,
does he survive that?
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? However, he definitely, it's crazy. He did the exact same thing that Bordeaux did in the first match. He rushed to his feet too quickly.
Right.
Stumbled and lost the bout. And then in the rematch, exact same thing on the other side.
Incredible. Incredible for Branden Bordeaux. Now the official decision brought to you by VeChain, the crypto token partner of Power Slap. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the match in round number 1. Declaring the winner by TKO and new Power Slap middleweight champion of the world, Branden the Butcher Bordeaux.
I'm here with the winner and the new middleweight champion, Branden Bordeaux. I mean, I can see the emotions are high right now. Tell me what's on your mind.
I'm just extremely grateful to be in the position that I'm in. I've worked my ass off to get to this point. I'm not one of these people who just come and try to roll off the couch and do this shit. You can see match to match how much better that I've gotten, how much work that I've put in. I'm just extremely thankful for this moment. All the kids that I coach back home, all the people back home, all my family and friends that are here with me tonight, all my sponsors, I love you guys all so much.
What an extraordinary performance. I mean, first of all, you told us this week it was going to be one and done. You made good on your word. But in the manner that it happened, with your nose realistically getting broken minutes before, and then you come out landing that ridiculous slap.
Yeah, you just got to be resilient, you know? I knew with that shit in December, when that all happened, I knew who the real champion was then, and I came out here and solidified that shit now. And thank you to Isaiah for the shit that he's done as well. And now we just set up the biggest trilogy to ever take place, or the first trilogy and the biggest match to ever take place in Power Slap.
So you want to run it back again?
Abso-fucking-lutely. I want the best in this fucking division. And in my opinion, me and Isaiah are levels above everybody in this division. I want that trilogy. I want the biggest match in Power Slap history. Let's do it again.
Well, Branden, you keep saying every time we see you, you're an even better improved version of yourself. So I have no doubt next time we will see you take it even a step above this. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by knockout and the new middleweight champion, Branden Bordeaux.
That post-fight interview was brought to you by 10X Health, Precision Nutrition Wellness. Go to 10xnutrition.com. Two new champions crowned tonight. The Butcher, Branden Bordeaux, stepped away from his mobile slaughtering business for 2 months to focus purely on training, and certainly it paid dividends.
That post-fight interview was brought to you by nothing but pure emotion. I'm telling you, I mean, we saw the tears, but when you've been through this, when you've worked so hard to build yourself to this moment, and then of course, I think he got his nose broken in the first round. That's certainly what it looked like. The blood was spurting out. You know, the doctor was stepping in there, the cut man was looking, there was even, you know, he even thought about stopping it for a second. And then all it takes is one shot, and he sits him down in the exact same fashion of how he lost the last matchup. Just phenomenal.
What an impressive performance by the Butcher, Branden Bordeaux. He said first round finish, and that's exactly what he delivered here at VeChain Power Slap 12. As we look at our champions, Dumpling, DeBell, Wolverine, Blackburn, and our two new ones who are crowned tonight, the Butcher, Branden Bordeaux, and Robert the Real Deal Trujillo.
VeChain Power Slap 12, Quinones versus Bordeaux 2 is presented by Dios Azul Tequila. Embrace the spirit. Power Slap Shop. Purchase official Power Slap apparel and merch at shop.powerslap.com. A Fanatics experience. And by Vegas Auto Gallery. Discover the art of refined performance at Vegas Auto Gallery, where excellence meets the road.
Back with the Hall of Famer Michael Bisping. What a night it was. From the prelims to the main card, only 3 underdogs winning tonight. And Branden the Butcher Bordeaux was one of them in dramatic fashion with a first-round knockout.
No, just phenomenal from start to finish. We had some crazy finishes on the unearned side of things right at the start of the night. 2 new champions here tonight. A lot of action as always. The atmosphere in this building tonight, I'm telling you, it was incredible. The who's who of people, a lot of MMA royalty, a lot of celebrities here. Power Slap just gets bigger and bigger, and a lot of finishes. Should we take a look at some of the knockouts here tonight?
I think we should have a little time.
Let's have a look.
Real-time rewind here at the Fontainebleau Las Vegas. What a night it was.
Here we go. I mean, putting Wesley Drake to sleep. Put him down the drain.
I see what you did there. Here's one of the newbies.
Riley Montoya paying homage to Post Malone.
KO Chris is back.
He's back with a bang, as usual.
And here is the Butcher, Branden Bordeaux, our newest middleweight champion. And my guess He's going to get a Poppy steak right here. Fontainebleau, and going to order a medium rare, baby.
I went to Poppy Steak last time.
Did you?
I
did. A little pasta Mother Wolf, too. Another one of my favorite spots.
Let's go there tonight.
You want to do that?
Yeah, let's go.
Right, I'm in.
Come on.
I'm in. Thoughts from Power Slap 12. This has been a rocket ship ever since it launched. We've been here from the beginning. In 3 years, we're selling out places like the Fontainebleau. I don't know the exact number. Maybe it was 3,000. Maybe it was 4,000. But I do know two of the biggest comedians on the planet, the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL.
Yes.
All kinds of social media influencers are here to watch this sport that didn't exist 5 years ago.
It is crazy to think about. You know, as you say, it didn't exist, and now look at this place. There's such a buzz. I mean, of course, it's UFC 313, right? It's a massive fight card, but a lot of the people now are getting excited. The Power Slap ticket is very, very hard to get hold of. It's just getting bigger and bigger. Of course, we're international now. We're in Saudi Arabia. We've been in Abu Dhabi. It's not going to be long before we're on the road again. And it's great to be a part of it with you, Dan.
Always, my man. It is a pleasure to be calling these with you, Michael Bisping, and many more to come. What a night it was. The Fontainebleau Las Vegas, always a tremendous host. An absolute pleasure to be here. A first-class operation. We have a couple of new champions. We had tremendous fights tonight. There's Bert Kreischer. Thank God he showed the belly. I knew I was going to miss something. Paige VanZant gets a big win as she improves to 2-0-1. And there's our new lightweight champion, Robert the Real Deal Trujillo. That was the co-main event. And then, of course, a new middleweight champion is crowned as well. The Butcher carves him up. Maybe we have a trilogy. Time will tell. For the Hall of Famer Michael Bisping, for Donovan Tarr and Zach Candido in the truck, I'm Dan Hellie. Thanks for watching, everybody.
When I